There we go. Once I hit the right button. Okay, welcome back. Sorry for the delay starting up, but yeah, we're ready to go here on chapter 16 of Uten Slog. So, yes, last time the group headed into town and met a whole shit ton of people and places, and going to try and do a brief rundown of all the people and places, or at least the highlights that you guys ran into. You and I'll actually just I haven't actually checked any of the summaries that you made, Dave. I just haven't had time. So what I'm going to do, I'll post some of these names and places in chat so that you
Yeah,
can
okay.
do any corrections if you see them.
Go back.
So first place you ran into was the excuse me, the Tribor Arms, which was a tavern run by a tiefling named Nemeth. And he seemed pretty friendly. You inquired there after Zindra Winterbow, who again, if you'll recall, was the person you had come out to contact. Mirror's father had sent word ahead saying that you guys were coming to deliver this message about possible giant activity. But he had not. Nemeth, the proprietor of Tribor Arms, hadn't seen Zindra Winterbow for several days, and didn't have much more he could tell you about that, but he suggested you ask around town. You went into town proper, and you found the Tower of the Lord Protector, which was pretty much right at the center of town. The Lord Protector was a woman named Darathra Shendrel. She actually is a harper who um, yeah, she's known to Kyle's character, but not personally. But no, he knows of her, and she has pretty good reputation. Um, you talked with her a bit about Zindra and where she might be, and she said that she had seen Zindra before she left town several days ago. Zindra had said something about getting a message and then wanting to investigate giant activity, which obviously lines up with the message that you guys had sent along. But she doesn't know where she went or why she disappeared. She thinks she might have headed off to the north somewhere, but beyond that, she doesn't know anymore. The While you were in the Tower of the Lord Protector, you ran into a couple of what looked like to be farmers named Jacoby and Peterson Histrin, and they said that they were inquiring with Darathra after their brother who had gone missing. Their brother was named Mirak Histrim, and he had gone missing about a month ago, and they suspected foul play in some regards. And you briefly talked to them as they were exiting the tower, and they said, "Yeah, if you can find out any leads in terms of what happened to Mirak, any information, hey, we'll give you his old bow, which apparently is magical." Which is kind of ironic because that's one of the things you were going to try and find Zindra Winterbow about. But anyway,
Well, we can have two
yeah,
of them
well,
now.
so far you don't have any, but you've, as you'll see, you've come a long way towards solving that one mystery anyway. Excuse me.
Yep.
Other notables, right near the center of town by the tower, there is the Lion's Share, which is kind of a franchise, so to speak, of the Lion Shield Coster, which is like a general supply store. The owners of that are Narth Tezrin and Lestra Algar, and or Aliestra, however you pronounce it. Aliestra is actually the ex-wife, I should say, of one of the townsfolk of Nightstone, who you wanted to make mention that, yeah, sorry, your ex-husband died on the floor of some filthy grotto owned by goblins by some rats or something. Yeah, exactly. But you delivered that sad news to her, and she took it pretty well, all things considered. They also passed along that they had been recently robbed, and if you guys were willing to help track down the thief, some evidence of which had been recovered by them, a magic item and permanent discount at the Lion's Share would be in it for you guys. So I don't know if you guys actually made a commitment on that, but that is out there as a thread if you're interested.
Yep.
I'm sorry, did you guys have a question?
No, I just
Yep.
said, yep.
We're interested.
Always
interested.
interested. Yeah, other notables. You stopped at the Everwyvern House, which is really snobby tavern, or excuse me, high class, not tavern, but an inn. He had a really pleasant chat with the butler or porter there, and he pretty much made it pretty clear that you guys weren't very welcome. So, determined to make a ruckus, you proceeded on to the adjacent restaurant called the Pleasing Platter, where which was also pretty high class, but actually a lot less douchey. Um,
You know, it's probably a good thing I wasn't
Yes.
here to play last week because I might have just smacked him around a little bit.
yes, the staff at the
You didn't see what.
oh
Paul
yeah,
did,
Paul made up
so,
for it. He definitely was channeling you
did
in
he?
spirit.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
He was a big thing.
Well, and we had a lot of fun.
Oh
at the
yeah, yeah.
restaurant.
The rest actually the staff at the restaurant were all pretty professional and much less snooty.
I had
Ever-
drank all this cough syrup before I walked in.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Blues Brothers.
Pretty
scene.
much.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was really disappointed. I was trying to gear up for the chance to go over to another table and say, "How much for the women?"
Yeah, your daughter. How much for your daughter?
Send out your daughter, Chuck.
girl.
So anyway, yeah, that was just kind of a little diversion where you ate and drank yourselves into oblivion and made spectacles of yourselves, but otherwise had a great time. And pretty much lastly, you guys stopped by the Six Windows boarding house, which is run by Tolmara Histrin, the widow of the missing Mirak. And you guys booked yourselves some rooms there for several days. I can't remember how many days it was. It was, I think, yeah, a week at
week.
least. But very quickly, first of all, the place was a dump. It was extremely run down. Looks like it hadn't been maintained in who knows how long. And Tolmara herself was pretty much batshit crazy. She a lot of very strange mannerisms, and you could tell, yeah, there's something not quite right up there. You managed to get her out of the house to go grocery shopping, I think to make some soup or something. And while she was gone, you guys broke into the attic, and there, sure enough, you found a corpse. So yeah, you pretty much put
Yeah.
two and two together and assumed that this is Mirak. So you contacted Darathra, who arrived pretty quickly with one of the 12. Oh, the 12 are the law keepers. There's 12 people that kind of serve on a board of law keeper, kind of like sheriffs, if you will, of the town. Anyway, she came along with their posse of not the full 12, but at least some of them, and they took Tolmara into custody after she got back. They plan to try to get to the bottom of why there is indeed a corpse in her attic. Everyone kind of has their suspicions, but they'll do their due diligence and try to investigate and figure it out. But yeah, it's pretty much assumed that that's Mirak. So they took the corpse too. But that's pretty much where we left off. So I'm going to move us to the Tribor map, and we can pick up from there.
Good day and
Good
welcome
day
to
and
Tribor.
Welcome to Tribor. You guys, you're towards the top of the map. You guys had actually annotated some of these buildings, which is nice because you can kind of find your way back to some places. But yeah, you guys are up here at the Six Windows.
You do,
Long road.
buy that place.
But you actually, I think, had inquired about that, and they said, if she is indeed found guilty, it probably ownership of it will be likely stripped from her as punishment at the very least. In which case, it probably would go up for auction or something.
I love the annotation. Forever the ever wyvern douche
Yeah.
central.
Did we have like a serious combat in there somewhere? Because for some reason I have 13 hit points left.
I was actually going to ask about that. I don't remember you guys actually getting into a brawl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
how
mean
did-
we had
what
a sort of combat, but nobody really
No.
got hurt.
No, right.
So I don't know why I'm showing 13 hit points.
Yeah,
but-
you should.
Plus, we just slept. I
Yeah,
think
you-
maybe that was leftover from previous combat.
Yeah, you
maybe.
should.
Yeah.
record.
All right.
Well, you are definitely welcome since I mean, even if the future ownership of the 6 windows is in question, you guys legally paid for a week there, so you're more than entitled currently to stay in the rooms with no.
We
Right.
paid for a week at our own tavern and
We
bunkhouse.
don't
Yeah,
own
you
it
don't
yet.
own it yet.
We haven't bought it yet, apparently.
And they'll
Yeah.
probably go into trust after the any kind of conviction or something on her part. So, but nevertheless, any debt to you, if ownership were to like fall from her, any outstanding debt that you guys paid balance would be refunded to you, obviously. And Dorathra says, she for your help in figuring at least finding this out and bringing her into the picture. She gives you guys each 40 gold as a reward.
Ooh, nice.
Sweet.
Oh shit!
Woohoo.
That's
Take that.
wow.
This is so weird.
That's
from
more
the
than
Strahd
double the
campaign.
gold I already have.
I
This
know.
is
I
so
had
weird from the Strahd
49.
campaign. We never
I
had any
have
money.
30.
Yeah, that was a slightly different, more
Right.
dysfunctional economy. So.
I have too much, so if anybody needs money, let me know.
It's never too much because we got to buy this place.
I think I have 1 gold piece left to my name at the moment.
Oh, really?
Oh, now you have 41.
Woohoo!
I have 304. I don't
Jeez.
know.
Whoa.
Hmm.
I don't spend it. I haven't bought anything. I don't know.
I haven't either. I don't know where my money went, but whatever. All
You
right.
gave a lot away.
I did. I did give some money away.
Yeah, there's actually, this has kind of gotten me thinking about it, and something I tried to look up and couldn't find. I don't think there's a church in this town, which is weird.
Oh,
There we
Nobody
go.
steps on a
I'm
church
not
in
gonna
my
like
town.
that.
I like
You
it.
guys know that there is at least one cleric in town, but he's not actually a resident. The brothers mentioned that they had stopped at what the hell is the place? The Talking Troll, and talked to a drunken priest there, who gave basically some prognostication from Helm that something about the Mirak not being buried in the ground, but he's not a resident. So
We could
yeah,
turn this place.
I'm not quite certain how they're going to get to like use any kind of divine inquiry.
What about like maybe like right down there?
I'm sorry, I had the map zoomed in. Where were you?
So like southwest of Douche Central. It looks like it's if you kind of
That's a cemetery.
well, yeah. So usually where there's a cemetery, there's usually some sort of a chapel or something.
That's probably just a little
Why
workhouse.
is that a
That's
cemetery?
that is actually a cemetery. It's a
Oh.
it's the graveyard for the town. It's a old cemetery where many of Tribor's first settlers are buried under weather-worn headstones. But there is no church there. The building to the north of that is kind of a farm. Yeah.
That one, yeah. Okay, interesting. Okay.
And the one to the west of it's just a cottage, or southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually am not sure. They probably will actually have to, but they might conscript this priest that's in the tavern to see if he can employ any kind of divine truth sensing ability. Unless you've got something like that. Valdry may have some capabilities in that regard.
Speak with
Uh,
dead or something.
Well, there's Zone of Truth as well.
yeah. No, that is the one I do not have.
Do we have speak with douche?
Well, he wasn't speaking. He was under the NPC affliction
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah. No, I can't. I cannot speak with him.
What about that truth one that Kyle mentioned?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything like that. If he'd only died a minute ago, I could restore him, but no.
It's been a bit longer than that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the priest's name. Actually, they didn't give you his name. They just said that they talked to a priest in the Talking Troll, which is located. Let me see here. Where is T12? Right there.
you do that ping again, if you wouldn't mind?
Mm.
Ah, gotcha. That's the talking troll, huh? Can we write
Yep.
on this?
Yeah,
though?
you
We
should
can
be able to
write on
annotate
this
that.
map somehow.
You do know that while you didn't get his name, you do remember them saying that he's a priest of Helm, and that he was drunk.
Priest of Hell.
Looks like a Cenobite.
No, a priest of Helm, not Hell.
Wow, that is
My
really-
drunkenness will be legendary even in hell.
Who did the writing
Oh.
last time?
I don't know who annotated it last
All
time.
of us.
Kim? Was that you?
On the map
Paul?
itself?
Which one? Jerk lives here? That was me. No, which one though?
Paul looks frozen.
Yep, he does.
T.
He does look frozen.
Is he frozen again?
He's
God damn
studying
it.
really hard.
We had this problem 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yes, we did. What font did you use?
He's
Jerk
frozen.
The
lives
default
here.
Arial? Yeah.
I don't. I think it's
Probably some
Yeah,
non,
default Arial is
non-serif
what it's showing.
font.
God damn it.
It's showing default Arial. Yes.
Yeah, you can. And I mean, obviously, it helps to keep it readable. Again, my customary bitch about
Yeah.
Roll20 not having fonts that are like outlined to make it easier to read. But
Yep. And it wouldn't even be hard for them to add just like a.
you wouldn't think so.
wink
But in
around.
any case,
Yeah.
Any basic editing.
yeah. So that's if you guys want to take a long rest tonight, you can. I mean, actually already was night. I mean, pretty much night had already fallen by the time the arrest took place, and it's
Right.
actually probably
Yeah. It was pretty late when we had it all
exactly. It's
sorted
probably
out.
getting close to midnight anyway. So you guys can feel free to take a long rest.
Okay. Yeah, I think we all stay in this place and then
Yep.
just rest through the night.
Now that the body's gone.
Departed in body, but in spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe not.
So did she kill him?
We don't know.
At present,
Well, because I know the accusation she made was that he had run off with the lady
Right.
who ran the North Shield Inn, but
Yep.
obviously she's still there. So
yeah, or the North. I
Um,
can't remember. Did you guys stop there? Okay, I was trying to
Yeah, we
remember
did.
if you did.
We
talked
So
to-
her.
They didn't have.
Oh, that's
rooms
right. That was one of the places you
Right,
tried to
remember?
stop.
yeah, she couldn't give us a room for like
Yeah,
2 days.
it was
or
right.
something.
That was one of
Yeah.
the first places you stopped. The North Shield House. Yeah. So
Yep.
that's run by. Let's see. Regis of North Shield House. Yeah. Urgala Murderer. Murderer.
Murderer.
Yeah, she was booked for, completely solid, so
And-
for at least several days, so you didn't go there. But she was supposedly the one
Yep.
that Mirak was having an affair with, according to Tolmara. I don't think you actually talked to her
That
about
hussy.
it any further, because you talked to her before you talked to Tolmara.
Right.
But yeah, Tolmara was really super flaky and didn't want to talk about it, and you kind of pressured her into it, and she kind of lost it even more. So that's when you, I think, sent her out for groceries and went investigating. She is insane.
Whee!
No. Because that's a valid legal defense.
You don't know if that's a valid legal defense in Tribor.
Yeah.
That's true.
So the night passes without any issue, so you can give yourself full night's benefit of long rest. Next day dawns. I can try the weather thing. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Yeah. It's a hot summer day. There's a howling wind.
Howling
and a
wind.
light rain falls from the sky. So what do you guys want to do?
there he is. He's
Yep.
back.
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You look so over your internet connection, Paul.
Yeah.
It has nothing. No, it's my.
And it froze
see?
again.
There
Damn
he
it,
goes
he froze
again.
again. He
Wow.
froze again.
It froze again.
Shit.
Yeah, he had the same problem last time connecting to. Actually, it wasn't to
Yeah.
last game. It was. I think it was your game, Tim. But I think his PC
Yeah.
keeps freezing
Yeah,
up or
he
something.
froze. Yeah, I think it is. I think it
Wow.
Oh man, he didn't even get a sentence out.
Oh,
His facial expression though is perfect. It's just like
Yeah.
I am done with this.
Certainly is.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Uh,
And he was just saying, I don't think I'll ever
Yeah.
play around a table.
Good
ever again."
point.
yeah.
That is one thing you generally don't see at a role-playing table in person.
Right.
I think he meant he's never going to play again. Just in
Right.
general.
Yes.
Well, it's
how
funny
that
because we'd always give him shit when we'd play at his house when he'd like inadvertently zoom in on the big projection screen. We all go, "Whoa!" This is like the opposite.
Ah, shut up, you guys.
Next time,
You
if we ever
suck.
do have an in-person game again, we all have to like periodically just freeze at the table and just not
Right, yeah.
respond to comments. Exactly. Yeah, we should all do that for when he comes back and just go. No, that's we don't know when he'll be able to reconnect. But anyway, so yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Party all the time. Party all the time.
So where's this drunken cleric?
That would be at the tavern, one of the taverns, the talking
The
troll.
talking toad?
I don't know why it
troll,
says
okay.
toad. It's actually the talking troll.
Troll toad. Because that's
well-
what I put, because I talking troll.
Make that bigger
on-
too, if you
Yeah,
can.
Honestly-
definitely make that bigger.
I'd like to find out. I'd like to find the stolen stuff.
Holy shit,
Return it to
Make
those
that.
people.
too. Today. What's happening?
That big enough? That's like 56. No,
Here, I have an
40. That's
idea.
40.
Maybe bold it like the other.
Well,
other
you can't. Well, how do you?
At least it's legible against the background.
Bolding doesn't seem to be an option.
yeah.
What happened to North Shield House? That got tiny.
I don't know. Whenever I try to move it, it like changes sizes.
Reverse.
There, 56. That's 56. Can you read
happening?
that? You
Yes,
blind
that's perfect.
SOBs.
That's perfect.
Anytime I click off of it, it like changes sizes.
Yeah,
That is
What's
weird.
happening?
Roll 20, you are screwing up. Anyway. So yes, you can go to the Lion's Share, which is
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to go someplace for some decent food for breakfast because we're
Right.
not gonna get it at this flop
I'm
house.
gonna get it here too.
yeah.
Yeah, where's a good place?
If
for
you actually
breakfast?
look in the cupboards, it's yeah. I mean, there is food there, and it's not like
There's a jar of mustard
Yeah.
and
saltines,
Honey.
a packet of saltines. and
Lembas
that's
bread
it.
that's really, really, really old. It's like saltine Lembas bread. Some old Triscuits. Yeah, there isn't much to eat here.
Gross.
Although I mean, it's a boarding house, but it's not really a bed and breakfast. She did serve you soup. There is actually cold
Yeah.
soup if you want it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if
Yeah.
I
What
need
in
it
it,
though.
remember?
because we saw her cooking it.
Yeah, who knows? It could be Mirak or whatever his name is.
No,
I
it's
know,
her.
Cut her.
Or her.
She cut her hand and
Other
almost
hand.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well,
over
sure.
the soup while she was cooking it.
Preparing.
It was
Yeah, so
pretty
at this point, it's more like blood
Peel-
pudding.
peeling carrots, and she just kind of.
Okay, so
nasty.
hey,
It was kind of like that old SNL skit with Julia Child.
oh, I've got the dickens out of my finger now. I'm getting quite woozy from the loss of blood. And
Yeah, it was like that.
Speaking, yeah,
exactly.
another Saturday Night Live reference. She was chopping broccoli.
Broccoli.
She's chopping.
Um, so, well, we don't want to go back. Well, it's either the pleasing platter, or do you think the talking troll serves gruel for breakfast or something like that, or
That's more of a later tavern. Yeah, as far as like a
Okay.
really nice breakfast, You probably could. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, most of these places wouldn't open. If you waited till noon, you could probably go to the taverns, any of the taverns, either the Talking Troll or if you wanted to go back down to the.
I mean, we went to bed about midnight, so it's not like we're getting up at
True,
6:30.
6 a.m. or anything. Yeah. All right. I'll nibble on rations until the pub's open.
So
I can make you some good berries.
You could.
I don't want to ruin my appetite though. I want a tasty pork hock or something like that for breakfast.
So if you guys want to wait till noon, that's fine. Then you can head out and get some grub at one of the places. Where did you want to
Sure.
go?
Well, do we have any?
Right
I
here.
don't think we have any leads on the stolen material, do we?
No,
No.
you briefly
From
talked to them.
the lion's share.
Yeah, from what you
Yeah.
learned when you talked to them is that let me find it here. The lion's share, basically that they are kind of pariahs in town. Generally, the town doesn't much care for the Lion Shield Coster. It's because it's based out of Yarder, which is a different town, which Tribor is kind of a bitter rival to. But it does cater, it does do a lot of business to like passing through caravans and out of towners and so forth. But anyway, and as you guys are approaching, you actually saw a group of farmers going by as this poor guy was posting up like a reward posting for any information leading to like, hey, I
Right.
got stolen from. And these, farmers were passing by and they're like, go back to Yarder, yelling at him and taunting him. But anyway, they don't have any leads on who might have done it, but they do have something that was left behind by the thief. There was, let's see.
A
No,
driver's
no,
license.
not a driver's license.
Did he leave behind a license plate?
They left behind a
Right.
leather harness and a masterly crafted grappling hook.
Oh yeah.
So
Is
it
this
seems
like Cinderella, where we have to figure out who fits the harness?
Yeah, well, it exactly. It seems the items were probably used to scale the outer wall of the store soundlessly so the thief could get in and enter the vault on their second floor while they were sleeping.
Huh.
So, anyway, that's what they told you the last time you were there. If you want to go and talk to them, you might get some more information, but probably
Sure.
yeah, they so if you head to the Lion's Share, Alestra is I think she's still getting ready or doing she's probably cleaning up inside. Narth is just kind of picking up other stuff that got ransacked. And he doesn't have much more to say. He greets you warmly, but as far as details, he's got this evidence that nobody's much interested. He's actually reported the theft, but he doesn't think that the town will do much for him because of the way that they generally get treated by fairly not Darathra or the 12, but basically all the other town residents, the local yokels. So he's not convinced that anything is going to come of this, but he thinks you guys being outsiders, and since you were kind enough to, tell Aliestra about her deceased ex-husband, you seem like good sort of folk who might actually get something done. So he wants you to have this evidence to do any kind of an examination or further follow-up. And again, if you do,
Let's start killing random children until somebody comes forward.
that should do the trick nicely.
Sure. I don't
Where
think
do we
the
sign up for
chos-
that?
I don't think the chosen ones would take that route. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Then we must not be the chosen ones.
oh we
Let's go.
changed our name last week to the Dark Ones.
I think you change your name every
Just
week.
thought I'd let you know. No.
We voted and you didn't say no, so
Ah, yeah. See.
Yeah. So he says, if you can if you can find all their stolen items, they will offer you, 50 gold pieces, a 10% discount on their stock, and one of the magic items that were stolen.
Hey, let's
All
track
right,
down
so
a thief.
he does have a few possible leads for you. Since they've got basically a harness and a rope, or I mean a grappling hook, a masterwork grappling hook, he suggests that you first visit the harness maker named Othovir. And they are at this location right there.
Ah, okay.
And then
Sure.
there are actually
Let's go over
two
there.
smithies in town.
Paul's back.
Yep. Paul, sir, don't say anything, Paul.
Hey,
You
it's
might
Paul.
crash it again. Oh, actually, you're silent.
We
Oh,
can't hear
Hear
you.
Son of beach shit.
Son of beach
Um,
sheet.
Shit, fuck
Yeah, so
them.
there are actually two smithies in town. Again, this is a big. That's pretty much the major business of the town. They are located at actually towards the north side of town, here and here.
So what's the plan? Valdi plays bad cop. I go in and light him up a little bit, and then you guys come in and say, "Hey, man, he's crazy, man. We can't control him. You better talk now, huh? Is that the plan?"
I was thinking we just talk to him, see like what's his beef,
Oh,
find
well,
out
that's
if he has
no-
any beef with them
That's
first.
no fun.
Well, then we terrorize him. Got to make sure he's the right guy to terrorize.
How about if I just like go flying in, all lit up flames and everything like that, and just just be like, "You better talk. We know you're the thief. Confess, confess."
Where are you gonna go first?
The harness place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So going to the, let's see, that is,
I think Paul's screen froze again too.
it's
Did
Did
it?
Boy.
God
Yeah.
damn it!
old enough.
He's gonna have to get a Mac.
yes.
He's gonna have to play in person.
I know.
Let's see. I have to find this place here. Too many places. Oh, this is T17. Okay, so the harness maker's shop is called Aldenath's Arms. Wait, no, that's
The
not it.
harness
That's
maker?
one of the. I'm
It's
sorry,
like,
that's
that
the
doesn't
that's one of the
sound like a
smithies.
harness maker.
That the other smithy is Fohammer's Forge. So that's the first. Aldenath's Arms is here, and Fohammer's Forge is there. The smithy,
They're right
yeah,
across
it's
from each
interesting.
other? Wow.
You can keep an
Damn.
eye on each
Well,
other.
they probably specialize at different things.
Othovir's Harness Shop.
One makes.
So that's this.
You
It's like
said there.
CVS and Walgreens.
This is Othovir's Harness Shop. All right, let me just put
To the harness shop.
these on the map here. Really?
I broke it.
There we go. All right, cool. So you've got, yeah, that's cool. Kyle's on top of the other one. Okay, so yes, the harness shop would be here, and that would be the closest one to where you guys are now, which is actually over here.
Yep, let's head over there. He gave us the harness and grappling
Yes, he
hook, right?
can give you both the harness and the grappling hook for inspection. Yeah, there
Fucking lie.
he is.
I would like you to check your sales records to see which townsfolk bought this particular harness.
Could we see your camera?
Yeah.
We want to see who came in and out of this shop.
Baldry lights up and starts screaming, "Confess! Confess!"
We clear those tapes
Oh
out
wait,
every night.
no, never mind.
So yes, the so if you go to Othavir's harness shop, it's pretty much, it looks like any other harness shop would look in a town this size. And Othavir is in, and he greets you at the door, and you look like you kind of mean business. And seeing how you're actually carrying a harness, he doesn't seem to think you're customers, so he actually asks, "What's up? What are you guys looking for?"
Sup.
Hey, do you recognize this harness? Is this one of yours?
He looks it over and says, "Nope, didn't make this. But it is,
Who would have made this? Do
well,
you know?
it's impressive, and whoever made it does look like they were some sort of a specialist in climbing equipment. Looks like it's most likely was made in Waterdeep, since I don't know anyone outside of Waterdeep that can get close to my skill in harness making."
Is there any like logo on it? Do people not put like logos on there?
Maker's Mark?
Yeah, like a maker's mark. Of any
It's
kind?
not actually identified as like a. It's not like, it says Levi's on the side or something.
Right, right.
Well, yeah, but usually they put like some sort of imprint into it, like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I made this." You'd think. That way they can sell more. It's like free advertising.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as free advertising. Advertising, by definition, is paid for.
this one is definitely.
People are paying you to carry it around with your advertising.
This
on it.
is definitely not monogrammed. Othavir reckons that it's at least a decade old but well kept, and that it would fit a thin person of around 150 pounds.
Ooh. that's
Someone
good
write that
info.
down.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll remember that.
Hey, do you know the folks who run that lion share here in town?
Yeah. Well, I don't know them.
Uh,
I don't know them well, but I've met them.
Oh,
do you-
we
what do you
kind of
think of
ran
them?
into them. Yeah, what do you think of them? Because I heard people talking around town saying some negative stuff, and I'm just curious,
Well,
what's wrong with them?
People are people. It's not generally great business to disparage other fellow business people. I mean, they've sent business my way, and I've sent business their way. When you're in a small town like this, and even though a good chunk of our trade comes from passing caravans and so forth, it's not a great idea to disparage the competition. Well, he's not a competition. I mean, our areas of expertise don't really overlap at all. So, but
So
I have
do
really
you
no
have a
opinion
beef
one
with
way
them?
or the other about it.
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough.
So you don't have a beef with them?
No, I've got nothing about them.
Oh,
Why?
okay. Oh, just like I said, I heard people around here disparaging them, and I was just curious what the angst is about them. We're new to town, and we were thinking of buying some things from them, but I don't want to buy from somebody if they're disreputable. And I was just curious if there's some particular beef people had with
I
them.
think it comes from the fact that they're associated with Lion Shield Coster, which is based out of Yarder, and most people in town hate Yarder. Hate it.
Why is that?
Because they're competitors.
Oh,
It's really makes no sense.
Do they beat you in football every year or something?
Yeah, something like that.
all right. Well, thanks.
It's probably
Thanks a
not
lot.
football. It's probably bat the stuffed troll head around the
Yeah,
yard,
exactly.
or something like that, right?
Exactly.
Troll head.
Well, you've been really helpful, so thank you very much.
Excellent. Well,
Appreciate your
glad
time.
I can help you. Next time you need a harness, if that one fails you, let me know.
All right. Thank you.
Will do.
All right. Should
Well,
we go to the
Paul-
other place?
Paul T's screen isn't frozen. We just can't hear him. I don't know if he can hear us. It looks like he switched a headset too, or maybe not.
He's got his new headset on.
Okay.
I recognize
I
it.
thought it was all red.
Oh, actually,
Nothing.
I don't know. Might be a different
Oh,
one.
that looks like the new one.
Hard to say.
Can't hear him.
No.
Let's let's see.
He's gonna start holding up placards or something.
Yeah, si-
Yeah.
sign language.
All right. I'll lay out an elaborate grid system.
First syllable.
2 words. Sounds like duck.
Oh,
Let's see. So okay. So you want which? So you the other two shops, Fohammer's Forge and Oldranath's Oldenath. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oldenath's
yeah.
Arms.
Well, what was the name of the place we just
That
went
was
to? Was that
Oldevere's
Fo-
harness shop. Yeah.
Harness.
So that's for
okay.
the harness. The grappling hook would be the two Smiths
Yeah.
domain.
Right, right. Okay.
Let's go to that one first.
Which one?
Seeing the Uldranath, seeing it's on that side of the road.
Okay. You head up there. That is. Let me just pull that up here. So many references.
You open the door, roll for initiative.
Let's see. It's basically a hilltop smithy. Not too much of a description there. It's run by Harriet Oldenath. She's a human. Appears she's the great granddaughter of the establishment's founder. But she greets you pleasantly enough and asks what she can do for you.
Hi. We're just wondering. We're looking for someone who may have owned this. We're just wondering. Is this particular grappling hook here? Is this something you made?
She looks it over. I can't say that I recognize it. I actually do stamp everything that we make here with the Oldenath family glyph, which generally increases
Wow,
the value by
genius idea.
25% or so, and I don't see anything like that on here. But it is, I have to say, of very good quality. It might actually have been made by Gerlin across the way. Gelrin Fohammer.
Oh, okay.
He's yeah, I have to say he's one of my competitors, but he's very good. I've known him since I was a child, and well, we'll just call it a friendly rivalry. But he's
Okay.
pretty darn skilled in the realm of metalsmithing.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out who made this and who might have owned it last, and because it's a piece that just sort of showed up, and we're trying to track down the owner. And if you didn't make it, that's fine. We'll go we'll go talk to him about it. While we're here, though, do you happen to know the folks over at the Line Share?
The lion's share, that's that general supply store down in the center of town, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. We were thinking of buying some stuff, and I don't know. I overheard some people on the street saying some pretty negative things about them, and that kind of surprised me. And I don't want to do business with somebody if there's a problem with them or their wares. So I was just curious if you knew anything about their reputation.
Well, I can't say that I've made any kind of inquiries onto them. Have they done something that would warrant this sort of treatment?
I don't know. Like I said, I overheard somebody.
Yeah, we're kind of new to town. We
Disparaging them,
just
and we're new
we
in
just kind
town.
of heard these rumblings, so we're just kind of curious as to what's going
Well, they
on.
must have done something
Yeah,
pretty
we
bad
kinda
to get people so riled up.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. You
I
don't know
anything about
What it-
that.
what
no,
that might-
I might have to go asking about this. I certainly don't want someone in town that's going to cause trouble. If they're causing problems, I might have to speak to Durathra about this.
Well, I don't know if they're causing problems. This is just hearsay we heard, and we're not looking to make trouble for them, but we'd like to make some
No.
purchases and get some equipment, and but I just don't want to deal with people who have an unsavory reputation. But I don't know. For all I know, they're great, but we overheard these people, and it made us concerned.
I don't.
But
Are
if
they
you-
are they
you know,
are they are they natives of Tribor, of the village? You know?
No, I know that they recently only set up shop a few years ago, within the last few years anyway.
Hmm.
So that could be part of it.
So I mean, why might people? So you don't know why anyone would have an issue with them?
Well, no, not off the top of my head, unless they did something
Okay.
I'm unaware
All right.
of.
Does
Okay.
this, seeing we're outsiders, I mean, does this town not like outsiders?
Well, no,
very
I would
much?
think that we'd be pretty much blowing dust in the wind if we. All of our businesses, most of our business is based on travelers. Not too many people in town, apart from occasional plow ironwork, need an ironwork or a smithy. We get a bulk of our
Right,
trade
right.
coming in from caravans and people passing through, ordering to the surrounding countryside.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for your time. I mean, you've been really helpful. If we ever need anything, I'll certainly remember you helping us out here. We're gonna go over and talk to your rival over there, just see if he indeed did make this, and maybe can help us track down whoever owned it.
All right, well, say hello for me.
All right. We will do that. Thank
And a
you.
pleasant day to you,
Sure.
madam.
Let me just, I don't know if I put her name in the chat. Did I put her name in here? Her name is Harriet
Harriet
Alden.
something.
Aldenath?
And her competitor is Galen. Or Gerlin. No, Gelrin. Frickin' names. Gelrin.
Well, I see Paul's eyes moving, so he's still at least not locked up. Can you
Yeah,
hear us
not
at all, Paul?
frozen.
He
You
can
can
hear
hear
us.
Okay, well, he can follow along anyway.
Yeah, I've had that where my mic wasn't
Yeah.
working.
All right, so let's go across the way and
Yep.
Okay.
talk to the guy across the street.
Okay, so across the street, another place that is, it's not set up on a hill, but it looks to be a little bit less, how do I want to say it? Like there's less money involved, but it looks like it's the money that was there was put in more of the right place. It's one of those, like walking into
Okay.
someone's garage shop who you just know is making like these superior, handcrafted objects that are going to be way better than the stuff you can buy in a store. Inside you hear
Okay.
basically the beating of a hammer on an anvil, and you see what looks to be a dwarf bent over an anvil, hammering a piece of metal.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, excuse us. Do you have a moment
Well,
to
he's
talk?
pounding away, and he doesn't. Sounds like he might not be hearing you because he's pounding and it's making a lot of ruckus.
All right. I get in his way and sort of visually, like not physically in his way, so he hits me with a hammer, but like
His
so that he
Hey,
can see
ah!
us.
Don't sneak
so
up
he
on
can
someone like
see
that.
who the hell we are.
Ah!
Hi, sorry to interrupt you. We just had, we just wanted to talk to you. Do you have a few minutes? We can. speak with you?
Yeah, sure. Just let me put this out. And he's a older looking dwarf. He's let me just see here. So many NPCs. Yeah, Gelrin Fohammer. He's got kind of whitish, blondish hair, really thick beard, really kind of those old weathered faces. It looks like it's kind of made out of tanned leather.
Oh, shit. Spoke too soon. Paul
Oh,
froze
crap.
again.
He looks perplexed.
Crap.
Looks like Gimli. then.
Well, no, he's got more of a blondish, like blondish whiting, like
Blonde,
golden
yeah.
hair. But it's old. He's older. He looks like
Okay.
he's, for a dwarf even, he's pretty old. But he definitely looks very, very strong. Looks like he's been handling like forge equipment pretty much his entire life, and very animated. He puts his hammer down and sticks the piece of metal that he was working on off to the side, making sure it won't catch anything on fire. And he turns around and So what can I do for you?
Yeah, we're trying to track down someone who may have owned this. We came across this piece. It's really, quite good looking piece, but we don't know who made it. We're wondering if you might have been the person who originally made it and might be able to direct us to whoever owned this particular piece.
He looks it on over. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
you made that? Oh, yeah, I was surprised. And,
I don't need my
do
work
you
stands
not-
for itself.
oh. Did you happen to, do you know who may have owned this?
Yep.
Because we're trying to, oh, well, who owned it?
Can't tell you.
Oh. Okay, well, because we'd like to return it to them. We came across it and, we'd like to get it back to them.
Well, why don't you give it to me? I'll give it back to him.
Okay, well, I mean, can you at least tell me if it's somebody local?
I really don't want to be giving out information that, my clients. I need to respect my clientele's privacy.
Okay.
Are they doing
Um,
illegal things that you need to protect them
With
from?
a grappling hook,
Right.
I don't see any blood on it,
Oh,
and I think there are better weapons that I
Oh.
could have made for someone if they were looking to take someone's head off.
Why do you need to protect them if they aren't doing anything illegal? Now I'm a little concerned you're aiding these people.
Well,
Right.
Baldry starts to glow a little bit.
So, what do you need to know? Who made this? Why made this for? Why are you asking in the first place?
Well, we're
Yes,
looking to hire
Alan.
somebody, and we're wondering if we might be able to hire them.
You looking to hire for someone for what?
Somebody who would have a skill set associated with this particular.
What do you
I
need
don't want
to
to
hire me
give
for?
away too much more than that. What's that? Well, I don't want to give away too much of our business, but someone who's skilled in the use of such an item would be potentially very useful to us.
Skilled in the use. I thought you were looking to hire me out to make some more of these. Okay, so
Oh, well, I mean, that may be something we end up doing as well. Because, we were in town and we were looking to buy some stuff and we went over to that, what the hell is the name of that place, Valkyrie?
Lion something?
Yeah, Lion Share. That's it. That's right. But, I heard some people talking about them and saying that maybe they weren't such nice people. And
We certainly don't want to do any dealing with any people who are underhanded or anything.
yeah, we don't want to do business with unsavory types.
Yeah.
well,
that-
they're from Yarder. I gotta say, and I don't trust them one bit.
Yarder. What's wrong with
We're hearing
Yarder?
a lot about
Yarder
Yarder.
sucks.
Where is that anyway? Oh,
Yarder
Okay.
is. Give me a second here.
did they do something to this village at some point in the
Yeah,
past?
they burned it to the ground. No, they didn't.
They burned Tribor to the ground?
They did. He doesn't say that. No, it's
Burn them!
Yarder's always been in competition with Tribor.
It's like
Yarder is right
50
there.
miles away.
Oh, Yarder. Okay, gotcha.
Where is it?
To the
Way
to
to the
west,
right.
east, to the
Oh,
due
I
east,
see it. Okay.
up the one road. Okay,
Yeah, it's a rivalry, you know.
Weird.
gotcha.
All
Kind of
right.
like you and Harriet, or not as friendly?
Oh no, not
So-
no.
so-
Harriet's a good lass. I've known her since she was just a little kid. But no,
So do you suppose the people in Yarder probably say the same thing about Tribor? That Tribor
yeah, but who
sucks?
cares what they say? They're all idiots.
Well,
That's not
obviously, this is the finer of the
Well,
two
obviously.
villages. We can see that with our own eyes.
Huh.
Someone, obviously, with someone of your fine craftsmanship and skills, obviously lives in the better village.
So why are you asking about the lion's share?
Well, like I said, we were looking to buy some things when we heard all this talk about them, and But if you're able to provide us with material, but I mean, you're mainly a blacksmith, though, correct? You can't really get us other types of goods,
Well,
can
what you
you?
looking for? I'm pretty much focused on armor,
Well,
weapons, metalworks.
hmm. And we may take up your services because your quality is quite good.
Oh, thank you.
But I mean, other things like if we need, say, I don't know, what does the lion's share sell? Otherwise, they sell like if we need if we're
Yes.
looking for adventurers gear beyond metal and beyond armor, if we're looking for rope and harness and that
Well,
sort of
harness,
thing,
you'd probably go to Oath of
who
Ears.
who would we go to for that? Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys know.
What
You
about
guys
harder to
know
get
that,
items?
that basically Lion Shield Coster. It's basically a merchant company that is based out of Yarder,
Yeah.
and it's basically in the front. It's mainly selling provisions and animal fodder in front, but if you need adventuring gear, and they do sell weapons and armor in the back as well.
You
So
turn that
that's
light
like,
off when you get to the bottom, please. Okay.
So that's basically like a Cabela's that's like
Kind of.
put into town, and it's maybe driving out the small local business.
Less
Because
that. No,
it's
it's
larger.
it's less. It's more of a generalized store. It's not.
Is it the Amazon? Are they selling Amazon basics and shit?
Yeah, I mean, if both Lion's Share and Faux Hammers would be, for example, selling weapons and armor, but you're going to get much better quality likely at Faux Hammers, but it's going to be commensurately
Right.
more
Yeah.
expensive
He's
as
a
well.
craftsman. Right.
Okay. Hey, we
Are
heard
we-
something about a robbery.
A
in
robbery?
town. Somebody robbed them or something. Yeah, I guess somebody ripped off the lion's share. That's what I heard. You heard anything
Heard
about
nothing
that?
about that, but wouldn't surprise me considering how most folks don't like them too much.
Yeah, we get that. That's well, I guess we should avoid them, huh?
Yeah.
All right, turn around and say, "Okay, Valdry, now."
Flame on.
Wait, what are you doing here?
Baldry's glowing. a little
Baldry
bit.
cast fireball. I heard.
Right.
No.
Back up, boys. I'm going to work.
So what are you trying to do? Oh.
Nothing.
Valdry's just smack talking.
That's right.
I said, "All right,
Let
well,
me at it,
I
let
think
me- no, I'm not
well,
causing
hey,
any problems.
if
No reason to cause any problems right now.
I say, hey, when you return that, could you tell whoever you
Oh,
return that
are you
to,
giving it to him to return?
let him know? Well, I think we could. I think
Yeah,
so
and we
here's my
can, like,
thought. I'm gonna
we can keep an
meta
eye on
play.
him.
Offline conversation. Yeah.
So meta play wise, I'm thinking we give it to him and then we tell him,
Tell
hey,
the
get
person
him in
to come
touch with
find
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them to come find us because we might be interested in hiring their services. And then lead him on, make it sound like we're gonna come back and probably order something down the road as well. Man, and we're looking to open up some exploration in this area.
Well, let's see if he got a catalog. Does he have a catalog of weapons that he does, or does
He
he
sounds like
anything?
a custom work kind of
Custom
guy.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So,
We can ask him.
Well, we can
well,
ask
what do
he
you
has
what do you say
around.
to him, or haven't you decided yet what you're going to say to him?
Okay. Well, I mean, you guys okay with that plan?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, let's give it to him and tell him when you give it to the person, the owner, tell them to come find us because
Yeah.
we may be interested in their services.
Staying
Okay,
at the six
so-
windows.
So what I'm going to say is, hey, we're adventurers here, and we're kind of thinking of opening up a business, exploration business in this area, and we're actually staying. Believe it or not, hold on to your hat. We're staying at the Six Windows.
Ah! He laughs a little bit.
Now, the reason we're staying there is a long story,
I'll bet.
Yeah.
and
But we may
Uh,
own the place in in
Yeah.
not too long of a
but
time.
we may end up owning it and start a business operating out of it. But when you return that, could you let the person know that we're really interested in potentially hiring their services and have them come see us.
Okay, so you're adventurers and you're looking for what exactly? What skill set?
We're looking to, well, I'm looking to hire somebody for some specific services that I don't really want to get into because it might
How am I supposed to
You don't
tell if
wanna
that
give
person?
anything.
it might give away certain
Just-
confidences I'm not quite
ju-
ready
just
to
say
give
that
away.
Neither of us can climb worth shit.
Yeah, the
There-
fact that he uses this and knows how to use it apparently could prove valuable into some of our adventures,
some
and we
of
would like
our,
to
some of
consider
our
him.
operations.
And lucrative for that person.
Yes.
And it could be quite lucrative for them. And meanwhile, there are some equipment needs we have, and we would like to maybe come up with some ideas that we'd like to come back and see what you might charge us to have them built up for us custom. So we'll go back and ponder that and get back to you on that. But if you don't mind, when you return that, we really would like to get in touch with that person, because we could use somebody who has certain skills at, say, getting into places unseen.
All right. Oh, well, make a charisma persuasion check.
Bullshit
Yeah.
check. Yeah, somebody else. needs to make
You were the
that.
one talking to him. You get to make the check
Yeah,
I
you,
know, I
you should
know.
really let me do more talking.
at
I
disadvantage.
say,
Charisma
well, I'm going to
save.
turn over the negotiations to my partner.
That's not the right one. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
You did
Oh.
charisma.
I
save.
can
Oh, what?
Thanks.
Yeah, what am I doing? A persuasion.
persuasion. Yeah, at disadvantage.
It's
Oh well, then you really suck. 6.
Yeah, well, okay, here's the thing. I'll take the grappling hook back and get it back to my client, we'll call him, or her.
Mm-hmm.
The client is not going to be climbing up and down in dungeons, I'll say that much. So
that's all
you're
right. It
not
won't be
likely
any-
to be having anyone getting in touch with you about that.
Well, that's disappointing because we really would like to talk to this person.
Even,
Even
though they're
because he
not
may
going to do what
know-
you wanted. Okay, yeah.
Well, no, he may know somebody who could. He may have a recommendation of someone who could. Doesn't have to be that person.
You
we
think
are
that they
looking
don't
for-
know other people in the same line of work?
If you're looking for someone like that, you're probably going to go down to the Tribor Arms. There's rangers falling all over the place over there. They'd be the ones more likely to find you someone like that.
Tribor.
That's the place where at the tavern where you first came into town.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the place we
Mhm.
first walked into. Yeah.
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 All right. So here's what I'm thinking. Regardless, we give it to him, see where he goes with it.
Yeah, we can
Something
track
follows
it.
Well, if you're not gonna send them to us, why are we giving it to you? We'll just keep it. I mean, we found it.
You found it, eh? Where did you find it? Fell off the back of a cart?
See,
I don't
you
know
were the
how it
guy
got
with the,
there. It was laying.
You're
on
the guy with the
ground.
better persuasion than me.
I don't. I mean, maybe it fell off the back of the car.
Where did you find
We
it?
found it laying on.
Where
the
did you
ground.
find it?
Found it laying on the ground.
You found it on the ground. Where did you find it on the ground?
It was over by the ever wivering douche central.
Okay, make a bullshit check. Charisma persuasion check at disadvantage.
Am I at? Okay.
Oh, 14, huh?
14. That's
Oh, okay. Well,
Good.
he's actually all right. He doesn't pursue it any further. He's just like, okay, he can tell that you're kind of pulling one over on him, but he's not going to pursue it any further. He says, look, I don't really care. I already sold it. So if you want to keep it, that's fine. But I'm probably going to tell who I sold it to that you have it.
All right.
Uh,
Well,
I
we
mean,
do want to get
that's-
it back.
however you want to get
You
it
wanna
back
get-
to them. Otherwise, I could always find use for it.
I've got a few recommendations myself, but I'll keep them to myself. So anyway, I will tell the owner of that or former owner who I sold it to that you guys have it. And if he wants to come and talk to you, where can I tell him that you'll be?
The six,
Six
windows.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're
windows,
gonna stay at the crazy lady spot. Okay. Yeah, have fun there.
Well, we're kind of the de facto owners now.
All right, well, I gotta go see Harriet because I need some actual good quality weaponry,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna walk out.
Do you actually say that to him? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He just kind of doesn't say anything to that.
I wish Paul was here because I wonder if he has any like charm spell or shit, something.
Yeah, I think he's frozen again.
Oh, yeah, he dropped out.
Oh, he's,
Yeah.
yeah, he's not even here.
Oh, that's too bad.
He's changing his motherboard.
He's drinking.
He's building a new PC
He's
from
trying
scratch.
to break it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's building a new one. He ran to
It's-
Best Buy to buy some
It's
parts.
it's the new one from IKEA. It's Lego
Lego.
PC, just assembled from blocks.
Okay, so on that note, are you guys gonna follow him out the door, or
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Oh, is
he
he
said he
leaving?
just
or,
yeah,
oh,
he's
yeah,
going
yeah.
over to
leaving, I don't-
Harriet's.
Yeah, I
You
think
guys
we
do
should
whatever
just
you want.
probably leave at this point.
Yeah, I think we just need to leave. I want to like go somewhere and hide and then spy on him.
Yeah. I think if Paul comes back,
He's
think
back.
He's
he should
back.
Hey, Paul, do you have any charm spells or anything like that?
turn
Any way to,
into a
to like
spider or
persuade
something
people or?
and hop on him, you know, and follow him as a spider,
Oh yeah.
because he's gonna go.
Oh, that would work.
He's gonna
Or
go
has a
talk to that
mouse.
person.
That's true.
Yeah, Paul could turn into a spider and then just
Tail him,
tail him.
the little
Go up-
dwarf.
Hop on.
Or even a
From-
bird.
Little Hammer's Forge.
Yeah.
A mouse, anything. I mean, just run around, look inconspicuous.
Paul doesn't look happy.
No.
No, he does not.
Well, at present, unfortunately, Groot has caught what Valdry had last week. So,
Yes. Selective
yes,
mutism.
exactly. He can't do anything with.
Situational mutism.
He could type.
Oh, I meant Groot, the
No.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in any case, so you guys, so you could leave with the grappling hook.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, we
well,
are taking
that's-
it. All right.
I don't know
whatever.
who's got it.
Yeah.
I mean, you handed it over to him.
I think Kyle has it. I think
Serendial
Kyle has
has
it at this
it.
point.
Oh, really?
Seren-
Well, you
No,
handed it over
I don't have
to what's his name?
Yeah,
To
I handed it
Galen.
off to the guy.
Gelrin. So I
He's
mean,
got-
if you want,
all right.
if you want to take, he's basically. It doesn't look like he's like hiding it, or he's just he doesn't know what you want. Do you want to take it? Do you want to leave it with him, or he doesn't know?
All right.
Well,
like,
we wanted it to return
I-
to the dude.
Told him
Yeah,
I
and
was
so
gonna take it.
are you
Yeah,
going to
so
basically
I
just take it
assumed
out
you
of his
took
hand
it.
then?
Yeah, I don't. Was it in his hand or what? Did he leave? Was it set on the counter or what?
He was
where
just kind of
I
holding it
guess?
up, like because he didn't know. Are you taking it, or you want me to take it? He was just like,
Well, I found it and I have use for it, and it sounds like you don't.
so as you're leaving and you say that cutting
All right.
remark, you just kind of snatch it out of his hand and okay, walk out. All
Yeah.
right, so he doesn't
at least
Oh,
I
he
don't
doesn't
use
offer any
this.
resistance. He just kind of like, okay, whatever.
we're gonna be fighting a dwarf later.
He's like, yeah, okay. You see one every day. He definitely
Whatever.
doesn't seem like put
He's
off. I
prejudiced
mean, he doesn't
anyway.
seem insulted or anything. He's just like, yeah, okay.
Like, what the fuck was that?
Fucking customers.
I mean, yeah, he already made his money. He doesn't need
Crazy
it.
ass,
Right.
All right.
crazy ass adventurer types.
So Kyle leaves. I would say we all leave as well
Yes.
because there's no point to us hanging
Yep.
out.
He's like Randall from Clerks. No, he's not that antagonistic. He's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. So anyway, you guys leave the forge, and where are you going to go next?
I think it's time for lunch.
I think we should
Didn't we just eat like
walk
20
around
minutes
town
ago?
and look
Did
for
we?
somebody.
No,
Probably
we
a
were
pain.
waiting for the pubs to open, so we
Well-
went here first.
do we want to make a stop down by what's her name
Due
again?
Central? No.
No, Dorothra, and see if she needs anything from
Oh,
us,
the tower?
or do we want to stop and see if we can find that cleric on our own? We can
Well-
talk to her and
That Dorothra might know. Well, I'm assuming it's a male because he kind of let that slip. That it was a him, and we know that they're under 150 pounds because that harness was attached
Yeah.
to it. So
Well, the first person told us that, yeah, it
Right.
would hold somebody weighing 150 or less.
yeah,
I want to stop. Well, I think one of us should stay behind and spy on the dude from the Fohammer's Forge and hideout.
yeah, somebody
Um,
needs to do that. With
the
good
only thing
stuff.
is 3 in stealth, but my
Yeah.
rolling sucks. Look at that. I got a 20 there in there.
My stealth is good.
What's your stealth?
I have a
oh, I rolled a 1. Darn, I
a-
got an 11.
6.
Wow.
so
are
you have
rolling
a pretty
for
good stealth.
Yeah,
Shit.
I have a +10 for stealth.
Jesus.
You do.
And you
You
rolled a 1.
I
Holy
rolled
crap.
a 1 and got no.
Dude.
So you tripped over your feet and you rolled downhill and made blang, 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 blang,
Okay,
blang,
so
blang,
one
blang,
of us,
blang.
one of us should hide out
Holy
somewhere
crap.
near here, within sight of this place, and watch and
And-
see where he goes, because he's
Yeah.
probably gonna go talk to this person
Right.
at some
Or
point.
the
You
person's
just
gonna
don't know.
come.
Well,
talk
it's-
to him and he's
it's
gonna
the-
send word or
The
something.
trees look a little sparse around here.
I'll do that.
Yeah, go hide up in the canopy.
Hey, we can hear
Hey,
you.
wait,
Emmett.
we hear tapping on the.
Here, Paul.
Oh,
How
wait.
did we hear tapping, but we didn't? We can't.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
you
hear
are-
him.
You're
Hey,
very,
I hear-
You're very
low.
low,
We can
but
hear
yes,
you.
we can hear you.
Yeah.
No, now we can hear you. We can hear you
Hey,
loud as
there-
clear as a
Yay.
bell.
Did you find the problem?
Fuck
Mhm.
no. I went to my gaming laptop, hooked the
Oh.
same thing to my gaming laptop, and no matter what I did, I could not get this fucking microphone to work. So I tried, and it's like I, I went to the HyperX Cloud website. Try this, try this, try this. And none of it fucking worked. So I said, screw it, I'm gonna go back. At least I don't have to worry about my laptop. And then I plug it in and it works.
Nice.
Well, and that wouldn't. Does
then-
that is that
and
what
then-
was causing your freezes too?
I have no idea. At this point, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. So I'm
Well,
kinda
no,
giving
now
up
you're
here.
now you're back.
Well,
so
you're
let's
back,
keep
so-
keep things going. Okay, so I guess how much of that did you catch?
Okay, so let's catch Paul.
I didn't,
up.
Okay.
I didn't get any of it. I was
No,
anger,
no,
frustration.
Understandable. Why don't you?
So
Well-
we went back and talked to the folks at the Lion Share, and they gave us a harness and grappling hook because we're trying to
That was
track
left
down who stole their
behind.
shit.
From their robbery.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
left behind at the robbery. So we went around and asked, and we went to
The harness
Uh,
shop.
Othovir's harness shop, and she told us that it was a really well-made harness. She didn't know who made the grappling hook, and she did not make the harness.
It was probably
But
made in
she
water
said it
deep.
would, yeah, probably from Waterdeep,
That's
and
what
it
she
probably
said,
would
yeah.
hold somebody of 150 pounds or less.
So a smaller person.
And we asked her, and she didn't have anything against the Lion Share people or really know much about. But she did tell us the reason people probably hate them is because they're from
Yarder.
Yarder, and
Yardtown.
everybody hates Yarder because they're like north side, south
Like
side
Packers
rivals
Vikings thing. Yeah.
between here and there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So then we
East
went
Coast,
to
West Coast.
we went to
I've
Olderath's
never seen a West
Arms.
Side Story.
And
Aldernath Arms.
she was super friendly. She actually does mark all of her stuff for the Maker's Mark. And she told us that she had nothing against the Lion Share people, and she had no clue why anybody would. But she didn't make this thing. But she said, I bet you Fohammer made it because he's really good. And this looks like something he would be able to put together. Someone went over to Fohammer and he was like, "Yup, I made it," but he wouldn't tell us shit, and
Yep.
we can't roll a persuasion roll to save our lives. So I tried to
And
get him
Valdry
to,
didn't
like,
want to light up and burn the place down, so
and so originally we were going to give it to him and then follow him back to whoever, and he was going to return it for us. But then Kyle got mad and was like, "Fuck it," and took it and just left. And he said, well, he was probably going to go talk to the person who, because we
So-
tried to tell him we were going to hire this person, but he wasn't buying it.
and our persuasion rolls were for shit.
And
Mine
so
wasn't
now
that
we're
bad.
leaving, but we're saying that somebody should spy on him to see, have to watch him go talk to whoever it was who did own the, or who did use the grappling hook.
So we're thinking maybe you could turn into something and trail him. Or
But he doesn't
I
have the
can
grappling hook, so
try
why are you
to-
wanting to trail him?
Well, no,
might
because
go
he
talk
said he
to
was
Because he's
some
gonna
might
go
go
talk
find
to this
the
person
owner.
anyway.
Yeah. Well, and he said to us, he said, even if I don't have the grappling hook, I'm probably going to go tell the guy
That you're
who
nosing
had it.
around.
that you have.
Yeah, but do you think he's going to tell him right now, or do you think he's just
I don't know.
eventually
I-
going to tell him when he sees him again? kinda thing?
I don't-
I think he would.
I don't know.
He's gonna
That's
leave
why I
his
think-
business to go tell the guy. I mean,
Oh,
It
it's not
depends
very
on how-
booming right now anyway.
I,
Wow.
I think it all depends on what
How
this
Paul
guy was
rolls.
doing and how spooked he is that people are
Yeah,
asking
did we
around.
make
I
you
don't know.
nervous enough?
We made him nervous enough for at least some reason because we were bumbling fools.
Yeah. You're
So
not
we're
suave.
just debating on how can we spy on him. We still hear
Okay.
you.
What do you think?
Yay. So he hasn't left yet, right?
Well, we
Well, we're in the process of leaving. He has not left yet.
So we haven't even talked about it yet, really.
just, no.
I was standing in the corner
Yeah,
going, I don't
you
know what
had,
the fuck's
like I said,
going
you
on.
had the same disease Valdry did.
Can you hear me?
Oh, that's just
Yeah.
said. Yeah, I'm trying to
Yes,
catch you
we
up
can
so
hear
you
you.
know where we're at.
Yeah, so
This is where we're at.
basically where you are right now. Samuel basically took the grappling hook out of his hand and stormed out, saying, "Yeah, I'm going to your competitor across the street." And the rest of you guys kind of looked at each other and like, oh, "Okay." And Gelrin, yeah,
Yep,
Gelrin
go
is just
too.
kind of like, "Oh, okay,
so
whatever."
we're all-
He doesn't seem put out or anything. He actually is turning back to his forge and the hammer that he put down. It doesn't look like he's like rushing out the door to do anything anytime soon.
all right.
Well, let's leave the premises and find. Do you want me to roll a persuasion check? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, no.
Oh,
No.
okay. All right. Then let's leave and
So,
we'll
yeah.
talk. I
Once
don't
we
know.
get out of the shop and the door's closed, I'm gonna ask Serendial. I'm like, why didn't we just tell him it was used in a crime?
Because we don't know if this guy was involved, and we're trying to find the guy who was in the crime.
Sure. All right.
Yeah, I'm
So
suspicious.
we
of him. He
used
kinda-
good cop. Now we can use bad cop if we want.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Valdry's
like
like
him.
drooling over
He's-
the.
Valdry's cracking his knuckles. It's like you just let me know, man.
So
I don't know. That dude was suspicious as shit. I did not like him.
So I can cast Speak with Animals. If there's animals around at some point, to see what's going on. I can change into something if you want. I can change into a cat or dog or something and follow him. I don't know. Right now he's in his shop, so
Yeah. Wow,
you know,
How about a
I-
duck?
yeah, I will change into a duck. What that has flying, I can't do flying.
Could you turn into an emu?
Yes.
That doesn't have flying.
And that won't arouse suspicion at all.
Oh,
There are emus all over the place.
emu running through town.
I'm gonna change into a dire wolf and just sit in front of his door.
Well, that doesn't have flying, so that should be fine.
He looked like
or a polar bear.
he looked like a hard ass dwarf, though.
He
looked like a suspicious ass dwarf. I think he's involved somehow.
No, I do too.
I didn't like him.
In fact, he was very vocal about the fact that Yarder sucks.
Right.
Yeah, and he really, really does not like lion's share.
All right. One more witness to
So I
kill.
think we found our link, but
Or at least a suspect, yeah.
He definitely would not fit in that harness, by the way.
Right.
oh yeah, no, I don't think he
He's
did
an
it.
accomplice.
Yep.
Yeah, I think. Well, or he knows exactly who it is, and
He at least
could
knows
lead
who
us
that
But
to
is.
he knows that we know.
And he was protecting that person way too
Right.
much.
Yes.
Did we ever find out what crap was stolen from Lion's Share, or did they not disclose that?
Magical stuff.
Magical stuff
Magical
and
stuff,
gold.
okay.
Yes.
they told us not. Yeah, they didn't go into detail, but they did tell us.
Okay. So
I
should we
don't
go
know
to-
as we asked.
Should we go
So,
down?
let's
Should we
on
go
back
down to the
to the tower?
the Tower of Power?
Okay.
Well, so who's watching him? Is it Paul then?
Sure.
So what are you gonna
Alright.
do?
What are you
Uh,
turning?
I'll turn into
Emu.
a dog.
Trust him.
A dog. It's something innocuous that you
Right.
might see in a town and
Wouldn't look out of place.
wouldn't look out of place, right?
Okay.
How about a
I also think
large
at some
wooden
point,
badger?
at some point we should go to the North Shield house and like tell her about what happened to Crazy Lady from Six Windows.
Well, aren't we supposed to be going somewhere to find a
Priest.
priest? Like, I'm still trying to figure out when we're doing that.
Yeah, let's do that now.
Do that now.
Next.
Because we got to figure out if we can even, like, find out if this lady did that.
Yeah, I know.
Right
Oh,
now,
All right.
we were, and the drunken cleric knows maybe about what happened.
Well, they want someone who can potentially speak to dead, is the idea.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's go find the drunken cleric, which sounds more like a bar.
I'll go
That
talk
does.
to him.
I need a
All right,
bathroom
let's take a break
quick.
here, and we'll pick up after that.
All
Right.
right. Pee break.
Yeah, we'll just wait for Dave, or you can talk while we're waiting for Dave.
So he is at the
Bowhammer's for
Aldenath's Arms. Is there like trees or something on the other side of the road where I can watch and just kind of?
Well, it looks like there's a
Observe.
hill that Older-ass Arms is sitting on. So if you were to like go up on top of the hill, you could watch Fohammer's Forge.
Ah.
Yeah, Harriet
Or-
Aldernath was a very, very friendly elderly woman. She doesn't seem like the type that would like shoot a crossbow at a stray dog on her property.
Well, what I'm saying is I would hang out as a normal person near a tree and wait for the guy to close up shop and then turn into a dog.
Mm,
Well, there's also this hill with some trees up here overlooking Fohammer's Forge.
Yep.
Sure.
And
That's-
he's a
If I-
dwarf with grayish hair, right, and beard.
If I'm on watch duty, Paul, my dog does like turning into a wild shape does not last forever, so I'd rather not waste it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would rather watch from a distance, hidden in a tree.
Do you have like a
Irritating.
ghillie suit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't been to the place
Plus
on
one
top of the
suit of
hill. It looks
hiding.
like some kind of a big mansion.
Yeah.
Well, I have the Mask of the Wild, which is a racial ability to hide even when I'm only lightly obscured by light foliage, mist, or I don't know. I think I'm pretty sneaky. So that's what I would do.
Or like
While
hide,
you while you
hide
guys
in
go
those
off.
trees.
Well, you guys go off and do whatever you want to do. I want to be able to see the road.
Yeah, well,
Can't
it's
see the road,
basically
so
his
that
shop is kind of around back. You can kind of see there's like a well in the back there. That's where around kind of
Yep.
where his forge would be. Actually, that's not a well. That's like an outbuilding.
Oh.
But yeah, his forge would
Yeah,
be
then
kind of more towards the back area. So if you wanted to watch him at his forge, yeah, you'd need to be facing that way. But if you want to see the road, you'd kind of need to be in the other side.
what about if I was right about there?
That would definitely let you see anything going on in the forge. It's kind of an open air forge in the back. Just because, like I said,
Right, and what I'm saying is that it would give me a line of sight to the road on either side, unless he went like towards the place across the street. I'd see him go north, and I'd see him go whatever the direction is. I'd see him exit the road. I'd be able to see him if I hung out here.
yeah, I mean, there's not like a ton of traffic on this road. I mean, you would easily spot anyone walking or traveling in a vehicle either way. From that distance, what is
Okay.
this? What is the distance here? I think this is to scale. So you'd be looking at, it's about 140 feet to the road.
Oh, yeah, that's my old yard was
Yeah.
bigger than that. Yeah, this is
No.
not big.
I mean,
Yeah.
he was definitely
So I would-
recognizable too. I mean, unless he took great pains to disguise himself, you'd probably be able to recognize him either in a vehicle or on foot traveling either side of the house.
Okay, that's my plan. I will be as quiet as I can and sneak around back and be around there somewhere and just hang out.
Okay. And so you're going to hang out there, and the rest of you guys are going to do what?
We're gonna go look for the drunken. We're gonna go look for the drunken cleric, and I'm gonna talk to him, holy man to holy man.
Okay. So where are you going to go look for him?
Would you guys say the North Shield House?
Well, the brothers said that they ran into the priest at the Talking Troll.
Oh, then we're going to the Talking Troll. We'll start there.
Okay, so the rest of you guys head off down the road then to the Talking Troll, which is, which one is that? That's further up here. Lots of buildings. So the Talking Troll. Okay, why can't I? Oops, I just moved that thing. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is what water divians would typically call a dive. Dim, smelly, low beam place crammed with mismatched, battered old furniture and drunks. Looks like part of the roof caught fire not too distant past and has yet to be repaired. Holes in the roof have allowed birds to build nests among the beams, and floor and tables are speckled with bird droppings. However, the place actually does seem like it's fairly busy. A number of people are in there, and looks like they're all enjoying drinks, and looks like they actually are serving food there, which people seem to be eating with reasonable gusto. So it's like bar food.
I'm
Oh,
feeling
sure.
a mite peckish.
And
Well,
Time is
sure.
it?
what's that?
roughly? No. What time would it be?
Around
roughly?
1 or so, 1:30.
I'd say it's time for a little bar snack. So
Okay.
yeah, let's go in. And
Yeah, the
I'm
bartender.
gonna cast eye about. Do I see anyone that kind of obviously looks like a cleric
Well,
in here?
make
or-
a perception check. There's a number of people in the bar, none of whom you immediately recognize. Oh, nice.
Can we all
Well,
make one?
Yeah, Valdry
Can I
actually
find him?
immediately spots there
need to.
is in the
Thank you.
corner of the common room, seemingly not really noticed at all by any of the other patrons. You see a human figure slumped over in what looks to be a drunken stupor.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm seated, and I'm gonna say,
Repent!
no. Oh no, light him up! Boom, boom. Say, I say, May I join you, brother?
Um,
And I've got my, I've got like my holy symbol out, so he can hopefully identify me as a man of a holy man as well.
okay. The figure gives no response other than
All right, I'm gonna pull up a chair then.
okay. You pull up a chair, even though it's fairly noisy in here, and the chair goes across the floor. He doesn't bat an eyelash.
Okay. It's like, too bad I don't have a spell of sobriety or something.
Yeah, you
I
do
can-
see an empty flagon basically kind of overturned at his feet, so he obviously was partaking in the not too distant past. But at the moment, yeah, he
Sure,
looks like
sure.
he's pretty dead to the world.
Out cold at 1 in the afternoon. Nice.
Well, you can't drink all day if you don't start first thing in the morning,
Yeah.
So
That's right.
While you're standing over, is the rest of the party standing around by you, or are you guys doing something else?
I would say, since I
there
saw
a
him,
table?
I'll tell the surrender, hey, you guys find a table. Let me see what I can get out of him, and then if it works, I'll bring him over to where you guys are.
All right.
All right, yeah, there's plenty of open tables, so you guys can find one not too distant from where Baldry's sitting.
Remember social distancing.
Nothing to worry about here. So you sit down, and before too long, male human, a Luskin, comes over to you and greets you and says, "What can I do for you, lady and gents?"
Oh, he came over to the rest of the
Mhm.
party. Okay,
Yeah, we got a table.
alrighty then.
Looking do you have a menu or specials for food?
We got lunch.
Yeah.
And we got lunch.
Yeah, well, I don't have a menu really, but we've got a variety of different, meats available. We've got some fresh vegetables, and just about any kind of drink you might want, at least in terms of the common ales, wines, and other brews.
I'll take some.
Got some bread. Got some cheese.
I'll take a bottle of wine.
You're gonna make me look up all these individual prices, aren't you?
No,
5 gold for the whole party. We'll just say that.
perfect.
No, that's actually too expensive.
And a couple pitchers of ale, I suppose, right?
Yeah,
That's what you guys are drinking.
I'm drinking ale. Yeah.
So basically, we'll say it would be 3 silver a person.
So
Are you taking that out of party loot?
sure.
So would cure wounds work against intoxication?
That would heal any wounds that he might have, but I don't know if it would necessarily revive him.
I would think
Silver
restoration would have
What about
restoration.
lesser restoration?
Well, I got
It
that.
does
but
re-
that's
Well,
It's
if
a
you want to
pretty
go,
good spell
Valdry,
for
if you want to make a
guy who's
medicine check,
shit-faced.
go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Medicine.
Yeah.
There we go. Take the first one. 19.
You've well, first of all, you realize you haven't even tried shaking him awake.
All right. So I'll grab his shoulder and give him a little.
Okay. Yeah. So you grab him and he goes, and a little bit of drool runs down the side of his mouth, and he kind of wipes it off and looks kind of blearily up at you, and you in all of your divine wondrousness, and
Right. Probably think you see God.
Arthur.
he says, "Are you Helm?"
I am not Helm, but may I join you, brother?
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, you already pulled up a chair, but kind of gets himself up off the floor and dusts himself off, and then collapses in the chair next to you and says, "Looks like my drink's empty. Damn."
I will have the innkeeper bring us another
Oh.
round.
You are a gentleman, and well, I don't know if you're a scholar or not. You look more like a man of the cloth. So, but you're a gentleman.
Thank you, brother, and how perceptive. I am a man of the cloth.
My cloth is
As
frayed.
are
I
you.
have to say, sorry. That didn't come out right. Sorry to say.
So we, my friends and I have only arrived in
Where
town
are your friends? I don't.
within the last.
You look. Are they
Uh,
invisible?
they're at another table. No, they're at another table across on the other side of the
Oh.
establishment. I kind of point in their
You
direction.
see those 8 guys over there?
Yeah, you see those 8? Yeah, that's us. Yeah, that party of 32. That's us.
All right. Hi. Hi. What's your name, dude?
Dude.
Dude, my
Bro.
my name is Valdry, and what is your
Aldry,
name?
huh? It's a
Good
pretty
sir.
fancy pants name. I'm Silveron. 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 Silveron Loomshank.
It is very nice. So okay, Silverin Loomshank. I said it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance,
Oh.
sir.
Pleasure's all mine, especially once the drink gets here.
Absolutely. And I look over to the barkeep. The barkeep, 2 flagons of ale.
Okay, yeah, the same Alaskan human who's took orders from the rest of the party. He kind of looks over and nods, and soon comes over with a couple flagons.
Mm-hmm.
Does he need more ale?
Well,
He says, "Who's?"
Yep.
He
At this
before
point,
setting him
you know,
down, he
he's a
does
function-
actually say,
he's probably
"So
a-
who's paying for this?"
and I toss out so whatever the cost is, and I give him a nice fat hefty tip out of my own personal
Okay,
funds.
yeah, four copper would be normal price for a mug of ale.
Okay, so then I'll give him like what's the exchange rate, like copper to
Copper and
silver?
silver would be 10-1.
All right, I toss him a silver
Whoa.
piece.
Hey, how many drinks do you want?
That is for you, good sir. Anything above the cost is
Wow.
for you.
All right, that's much appreciated.
Just 2 copper pieces.
Yeah,
Really?
still.
Yeah, but still, they
Yeah,
get a whole
it's enough,
lot
yeah.
of business. So I talk to Silver, and I say, my friends and I have only arrived in Tribor within the last few days, and we are staying at the Six Lakes,
Windows.
6 Windows at the 6 Windows Inn.
Oh, what are you staying
And
there
there
for?
we. Well,
Can't take it.
long story. I kind of slept through that part. I don't know. I was out of that decision making process, but anyway.
Yeah, there's
I said what's her name? What's the
Tomorrow.
Tomara? Yeah, so we met Tomara, and we thought something was slightly strange, and we looked around, and we happened to find what we think was her missing husband, Mirak.
Oh, wow, yeah,
in-
I remember talking to those guys. Yeah, they came and asked me, and I talked to Helm, and Helm said something about him being not buried in the ground, but above the ground or something. And yeah, I didn't really want to tell the brothers. They seemed like they might, it might make them mad, But
Who is this Helm gentleman that you speak of?
oh, Helm,
Yes.
yeah, he's a god.
Helm is
Yes,
God.
That's his god.
yeah, Helm's one of the major deities of the Farron pantheon.
Oh, okay. And he came and he spoke
Yes.
to you, huh?
Yeah, aren't you? Wait, you said you're a man of the cloth. You don't know about Helm?
Well, I'm sure I do tangent, from studies and things like this. Well, yes, of course I am familiar with Helm. But why did he choose you to come and speak with you
Well,
about this
I've been
person?
a follower of his for a long time. I was living in Neverwinter, but then I was banished by my superiors to the All Faith Shrine in Red Larch. But yeah, I never got there. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
ended
Well,
up
I
here?
made a stop here and yeah, I came here to drown my sorrows and yeah, I haven't really left yet. But, you know,
I crawled into the barrel and
well,
haven't been out
I
since.
got a drinking debt that I haven't paid off or can't pay off, and I can't really leave until I do. But so far, yeah, nobody's offered to me any work or any means to make up my debt, so it keeps getting bigger. But
Well, so I say to them, well, I may have a way for you, brother. Among your abilities, do you perhaps have the ability to speak with those who have passed on from this mortal plane?
let me check and see. Uh, well, that's the thing. He's a priest, so no, he doesn't have that. Basically, you can cast up to like 3rd level spells. I would assume though, I mean, even though like the priest stat block in 5th edition is just like this little subset, it's more of a. I mean, priests have much a wider of things that they could cast. So, let me see. So you want to like a speak with dead type spell?
Yeah. Yep.
Let me see. Just look it up here for speak with dead. That's normally a 3rd level spell. It's on the cleric list. So yeah, I think that, I might be able to get together with Helm and say a few words with the fellow in question, but I'd have to actually see the fellow in question. Well, actually, though,
Well, we can.
how long has he been dead? Because I can't.
Party? So would I know that?
It's
Yeah.
like 10 years.
It's been 10
hasn't it
years.
been?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I can't talk to a
apparently
corpse.
for
Yeah, I
for
can't
many years.
talk to a corpse if he's been dead longer than 10 days.
Mm. So
But,
okay. So then I guess. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess no, no, I can't really do that. That's
Does he have Zone of Truth?
well, you're not
Is
there.
the other one.
You're at a
that
different
you were supposed
table.
to ask about. Well, didn't we talk about it beforehand though? I thought we were. I was just
That's
reminding
okay.
him. Sorry. Shh. I didn't remind you.
So you don't have any means to speak with someone who has passed on for longer than that period of time, that duration, or do you know of anyone who could?
Well, my superiors back at the temple, but they're kind of a bunch of assholes. So, sorry, no, nobody much really likes me in town here. But
Okay, well, so you know of Theo, whatever her face was, right? Is why can't I
Tomara?
find that her name? Tamara. You know of Tamara, correct?
Yes. Well, yeah, I didn't know her too well personally, but the brothers came to me and talked to me about her, and Helm told me a little bit about her husband.
What did Helm say of her husband, of Mirak?
Well, like I said, I guess he was, yeah, dead. Not being buried in the ground. Being dead above the ground.
Okay. So I say to Silver, please excuse me for just one moment. I need to go and speak with my comrades, and I will be right
Okay.
back. Okay. So I go over to the party and said, dude doesn't know. He's drunker than a skunk. He doesn't apparently know shit, and he can't talk to anyone who's been dead for longer than 10 days. So I don't think we're gonna get anything useful out of this guy. So, did we make a promise to someone that we were going to investigate this, or is this our own kind of thing since we found the dead body in the attic?
No, that lady from the tower said we could investigate.
Oh, the Tower of Power. Even though this guy's been dead for a long time.
Well, again, if it's a murder that occurred,
Well, they
yes,
still need to prove her guilt.
it's a murder that
Right.
was supposedly. Well, they found. Okay, so you find a corpse that's been at least 10 years old in someone's house that's doing business in your town. Yes, you're going to
Mhm.
investigate it.
And
Yeah.
she's been raving that he ran off with somebody who's still in town.
Okay, but what I'm saying, the whole idea of maybe having this this priest speak with the corpse is not going to work because it's been
Right.
dead for too long.
Yep. Well, we could kill her, and then he could talk to her.
Wow!
Now you're thinking with mortals.
Yeah.
Wow, Mirror's
Oh,
going
man.
dark tonight. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't sleep well last night.
Obviously.
You probably none of you did. Bed sheets are a bit moldy, probably.
Okay, so all right, so like I said, I don't think we're gonna get anything out of our priest friend over here.
Are you
Alright.
back over by us?
Yes, I'm with you. I
Did
excuse
he have
myself.
Zone of Truth?
I did not ask him if he had Zone of Truth.
Because we can question her within the zone. It's a
Yeah,
cleric.
but she's
spell.
nuts.
It's been used.
Yeah, but
in the
that would
past to
kind
get-
of bypass that, I would think.
It's a spell that's been used in the past to get information from people. I've seen it used before. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's not a like a truth serum. It doesn't. Does it really compel them to tell the absolute truth, or do they have a way to? Can they answer around it so that they don't lie or anything like
If
that?
you want to make a knowledge religion check,
Sure.
You would have access.
I would
to
be
that
very
spell,
surprised
wouldn't
if you
You're a
didn't,
cleric,
actually.
right? Yeah, I
Oh,
feel like you
I-
should have access
well,
to that.
I very may have access to it. Yeah, but it's not. I guess it's not in my list that I've got.
oops. Oh, it split it up into 2 lines.
Is there a way that you would let me study this so that I could cast it as kind of like a one-off?
What level is it? I don't.
Let's see.
That might be the issue. Is we
Well,
just
let's
might because it
see.
says Bard in there too, but I don't have it. As
Well,
unless I just didn't pick it. Maybe we're just not high enough level.
Well, let's see here. Searching.
Yeah,
Searching.
roll 20 just
An
crapped
error
out.
has occurred.
Oh, it's
Or-
a second
Yeah,
level.
it's a second level
Oh.
spell.
Oh, I can definitely. I can. Yeah, I
So
can
yeah,
cast this.
You and I should have access to it. I just apparently didn't choose it, and neither did you. Except, how do clerics work? You don't choose spell. You choose spells
No.
like every night, right?
Right.
You should be able to, if it's not in your spell list, Don, and then you just didn't add it, or
Yeah.
the character mancer didn't. It should be there.
Clerics, you should have
Yeah,
access to everything.
You should
Okay.
definitely.
D&D Beyond
Yeah.
says it's a cleric
Mhm.
second level spell.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Yeah, so you would definitely have access.
That's
to
why
it.
I was
Okay.
kind of surprised why you wouldn't have access to it.
I'm sure I do. Yeah. So, all right.
So, we
So I
don't
guess
need
it
this
doesn't
other guy.
matter whether he can do it or not. It's something you can do.
I guess so.
If
I
we
think you
want
should take him under your wing, though.
Yeah, as you're talking, the owner comes by again with more drinks and kind of says as an aside to you, yeah, I don't know if I'd spend too much time around that guy. He's kind of notorious for racking up a drinking debt.
Is debt here with you?
Indeed it
Yeah.
is.
And
How much is
what
it?
is what is his
That
tab?
would be 5 gold.
All
Take it.
right.
We'll
I
take
give
care
I
of
give
that.
him. Yeah, I said I toss 10 at him. It's like he's had a hard time. I'm taking care of his
Whoa.
debt.
You are like the most generous person I have ever seen step through these doors. Wow. This is awesome.
I am a man. I am a man of compassion, and I want you to
Unless you
be
piss me
square.
off.
Yeah. Don't piss me off.
Wow, so this is great. I can put this towards the theater. That's
Re-
Yeah,
So,
sure.
please release him.
oh yeah.
From his debt.
Hey, Silvarin, nice gent right here. Just paid off your tab. And Silvarin kind of looks blurrily up, and then he kind of like blinks a few times. What? Yeah, he just paid off your tab. You're clear. Silvarin kind of looks down, then looks down at his drink, and he looks up at you, and it's just like you actually see tears start coming down the side of his face. And he gets up, and you hear him mumble something like, "Thank you," and he stumbles out of the bar.
Nice.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the guy that you just paid, he says, "Hey, do you guys know any bards?"
Why?
Kind of.
Oh,
Kind of.
You want a good one?
What
Funny
do
should
you
ask.
need there?
Well,
what do you need there, Captain?
I'm actually looking to start up a theater. We want to turn this place into a theater. I just I don't have the funds, but this actually will be a good start. But anyway, I need some talented folks who actually can perform, for the crowd.
I know one that will work for ale.
I think we know a few bards.
Yeah. Well, if you know of any, yeah, be sure and send them my way.
Okay. I've met a few in my travels.
But yeah, anything, yeah, I'm always asking whenever somebody comes in if you want to sponsor, because hey, there's not enough entertainment in this town. It's a dull place without some place where people can come and see a great show, because who wants to just sit around and drink when you can be entertained?
Exactly.
Dang.
Are you a bard yourself?
Oh,
or
I've
seem very
I've
into the
done
arts.
my share of acting in the past, but I prefer to facilitate. I work better behind the scenes. But I leave the greater talents to those who dedicate their lives to the craft, and I help them find their audience.
So you're a producer.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, that's a ticket.
I love him.
All right.
Anyway, yes, if you hear anybody who's looking for work in that room, yes,
Put the word out.
Come to the troll.
Yeah. I'll put the word
I have an
out.
idea for a show you could talk
A
about.
show?
It's called Springtime for Hitler. You'll love it.
Oh my. Anyway, so
And you could have a donkey show.
Oh,
out
God.
back.
open.
Well, if you'll let me swap out a spell, I'll add Zone of Truth so I can cast it on what's
Oh
her
well,
face.
as a cleric, I mean, you've got a list of spells that you should have access to, which should include this.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Which
right
you
with
would've-
spell slots.
Which you would have done in the morning.
Right. So I guess it's just a matter of if you didn't realize that was in your spell list. It should have been.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was. I just didn't choose it.
Okay.
I'll choose
Well, it
tomorrow.
also depends on what your cleric spell lists are also modified by your type
Yeah,
of
I'm
cleric.
a life.
So if
I'm
you're
a
like a
life.
life
I'm
cleric,
a life domain. Yeah,
yeah.
I would imagine that. So let's see here.
Yeah. Normally, you pray for your spells at a certain time of the day every day. It's like a fixed time, and then
Right.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can normally leave slots open that you can. Let me see if the life cleric. Before I make a wild claim, let me double check the life cleric. Is that's a standard player handbook
Wow.
domain, right?
Yeah.
Let's double check. Oh, come on.
Oh
No,
yeah. Roll 20 seems to have barfed.
it's just a bad tech night.
It seems to be.
See, now I want to do Springtime for Hitler in Germany.
What is that?
Knowledge.
Haven't you ever seen The Producers?
No.
Oh
No.
god. With
They try to create the worst
original
show
zero.
ever
Yeah. As a scam.
And it turns out
as a
to be the
scam.
best,
So
and
because if you
everybody
lose
loves
money,
it.
'Cause,
well,
yeah.
if they could lose money, they'll make money.
Yes.
Ah,
And it turns
And
out
then
to be
so
a
they put out
comedic hit.
Springtime for Hitler, and it
Yes.
turns into a massive hit.
Yes. Springtime for Hitler and Germany. The guy that get to play Hitler is an absolute. Yeah, he plays it dead serious because he used to work for the Führer, but he comes off as a comedic genius.
I just watched an 8-part show that was basically about Hitler's Circle of Evil, I think it was called. And it was all about the people that were around him, all jockeying for position.
Okay, so yeah, just a clarification. Yeah, it is basically, it's not like the wizard or other classes. You change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest. Preparing a new list of cleric spells requires time spent in prayer and meditation of at least 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list. So you prepare it
Okay.
basically right when you get up in the morning, and then you're fixed for the remainder of the day, and you can prepare a new set with your slots the following day.
So
Yeah.
tomorrow he can do
Yes.
that.
Okay.
Perfect.
And you obviously, when you prepare, you can keep the same ones or choose different ones
Yeah.
as long as it's from your list, the cleric's list.
Okay.
And then your domain
Alright.
grants you
to
certain
know.
additional domain spells
Yes.
beyond that.
Right.
It's just roll 20 is a little clunky to try and swap a spell out of your slots.
Yeah, it depends on. I have not actually used a cleric in Roll20 as for running it as a player from that perspective.
Why is that hard?
Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't
you
have
just-
any
just-
problems.
You just select the spell. You're not. Don't,
Yeah.
don't
You just
remove
add it
the
to your
spell.
list.
Add all of your cleric spells to your list, and then
Yeah.
just select them as
There's a little
memorized.
there's a little dot on the side that
Yeah.
you can click on and turn red, and all the ones that you have
Yeah.
clicked red are the ones that
Are
are
the
prepared.
ones you have for the day.
Ah,
You should have
okay.
every single spell
Oh.
in
Yeah.
your
So
Well,
the-
Yeah,
see,
you-
no, roll 20 doesn't let me do that. It says I've got X number of spell slots for like level 1, and I don't see the full list on the spell
You can add all the spells in there though.
Yeah, you can add all the spells in there. You just mark with the little red circle which ones you
are
actually
prepared.
are
Active.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the point.
And then if you want to change them, you unclick some and re-click the new ones.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how
Yep.
the Charactermancer
Okay.
works in terms of spellcasters because I've not played one using that, so I didn't know if it populated things automatically or if it didn't. I have only played spellcasters where you had to
It
manually
will.
drag each spell in, so I'm assuming for the cleric it's the same thing. You just have a lot more you have to drag in because your spell list is so much bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you've got it on your list, then you can just use a little red dot to say what you've prepared or not.
Okay, so I should be able to
Yep.
search for it and then drag it in.
Yep.
Yeah, what I do, this is what I do. I set up my character inside of D&D Beyond, which you should still have access to.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
just, that's the spell list that I have, and you drag them all over.
Oh, you just drag it into the slot on the spell.
Well, you have to search for them inside
Yeah.
of Roll20,
Right,
but that's
it's
just,
the
you just match
compendium,
the
yeah.
list up.
Yeah, and now that
Yeah.
we've got access to all
Okay.
those
And if you
source
don't-
books, you should find everything in the like as
Yeah,
you did the extra thing
Yeah,
for
the
Volo's guide.
search function has crapped out for right now, so I'll do that after we're done tonight. I'll
Okay.
add
Mhm.
that in.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll say you did not prepare Zone of Truth tonight, but you could, or this morning, but you could tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Tomorrow. Yep.
Yep. So
Perfect.
tell the guys I'll do that, and we'll go and hit her up and see what we get out of her.
Okay, so apart from that, not much really happens in the tavern, the Talking Troll Tavern, unless you want to do something else there.
No.
No.
Then
You guys ordered vegetables, right?
Yep.
For
We ordered
lunch.
food.
as far as you know.
Or you know.
so where to next? I
Uh,
heard mention of going to the tower at some point, or was there something else you wanted to do?
Anything happening on Groot's front?
Groot has observed not much. He has observed the dwarf working pretty much. He occasionally
Alright.
goes into his
Cool.
house, fetches some more supplies, and comes back out and continues working. You can tell that he's taking his time. You're not a Ford yourself or a metal worker, so kind of hard to judge. Plus, you're like 100 feet away from her, so. But it does look very dedicated, and he's not just like lazing around. You can see he's putting together some pretty skilled stuff, and you can tell he's paying attention to detail on the stuff that he is working on. But you don't see any suspicious behavior.
Okay.
So that would bring you about at the same time as the rest of the party. You can actually see, is the party going to leave, or are they staying there for a while?
Yeah. Why don't we go to that tower and talk to the lady
Okay.
again?
So if the party exits, Groot, I would say that you probably positioned yourself in a spot that you might see them leaving the tavern. So if you want to join them, you could, or if you want to stay where you're at, continue shadowing.
Well, you guys wanted me to watch him. I'll watch
Are
him.
you-
I don't care.
Are you trying to
I'll
remain
stay there.
concealed? Why don't you give
Yes.
me a stealth check while you're doing that, and I will.
He has that ability too to fit in with the foliage.
Which ability is that?
You said it's,
It's
a racial
it's
ability.
it's a racial ability to allow me to hide in like lightly covered areas, but it still need
Yeah.
a hide check. So
Oh, okay.
Okay. It does not appear from his behavior that he is aware that you're there in any way.
okay.
So the rest of the party heads down into the center of town and the tower. Door is shut. If you knock on it, Dorathra actually does come to the door. This time she's not busy with talking to somebody else, so she greets you and asks, what can she do for you? And have you found anything out about the body of Mirek or the case that involved it?
Well, hopefully we'll know more tomorrow. I will use one of my spells to hopefully get the truth out of her.
That would be excellent. That can save us
Yeah.
some time.
We can help you interrogate.
I've sent word along the harbor chain to see if we can get a spellcaster in, but if you can determine this without that, all the better.
I will do my best.
My friend here can help out for sure. He's trustworthy.
I have a question
Sure.
for you. How much effort have you put into, and the 12 put into working on the robbery of the coster?
Oh, I'd heard something about that, but they weren't very forthcoming when we questioned them. They said they gave us an idea of that it had occurred at night, that they whoever it was broke in through the second story, I believe, and made off with some personal effects and some other valuables. But that's the extent of the information that we were given. So far, not enough information to really do any leads. There were no trails leading to or from the where they said it was broken into, and we didn't really have
Okay.
much more to go on, so unfortunately.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
Well, he was putting up the signs for a reward, and we saw that, so we're like, we could use some money, so we're just kind
Ah,
of looking into
Have
it.
you made any progress or found anything out?
No, not really. We thought we'd talk to you to see if you had any leads.
No, nothing yet. But again, that's the extent of the information that we were given.
All right. Yeah, they didn't tell us much either, so it's not really a whole lot to go
That's
on.
unfortunate. We don't want to encourage any kind of theft, and we want to encourage people to set up businesses in this town. Any kind of trade brings more benefits to this town. We're going to get fewer merchants coming in
Yeah.
if this sort of things becomes a habit.
Just talking with some other business owners, it seems they're not very well liked here.
That is unfortunately the case. Yes,
some,
we have
and
a
then-
number of residents who unfortunately take extreme positions sometimes, and that's not always for the best of the town.
Right.
Unfortunately, there's no crime
I
against
noticed
holding
there's no church here.
there's no crime against holding an opinion.
Garage, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll bring that point up. Is that as a holy man, I find it curious that there's no place of worship in your village
I find
at
that
all.
curious too. I blame Wizards of the Coast for not actually including that information.
We should visit these wizards.
Those damn wizards!
As an unholy man, I find it kind of comforting that there's no church in this town.
Don't make me
Let-
light you up.
let me consult the
Don't
book of
make
Google
me
and see if actually
Google. Emerald, don't try me now, man.
What time would you like us to come tomorrow and I don't know
Question.
if interrogate is the correct word, but
Question.
yeah.
you want to
And-
interrogate with
Her
the zone of truth. You
face.
want to
Yeah.
Tamara? Yeah, she's right now.
what's her name?
We've got her in the holding cell, and she's not giving us too much trouble. But if you have the ability to get to the bottom of this tomorrow, that would be perfect.
Yeah, we'd like to do that.
Very well. We'll make a time. We'll set a time aside whenever it's convenient for you.
What do you think, guys? 10:30?
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
That's early. I don't want to wake up that early.
Samuel, you are a whiny ass bitch. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, whenever it's convenient for you folks, just let us know ahead of time, and
All right.
let us know what you decide, and we'll.
Is Paul having any luck with his
Um,
watching
so far,
our dwarf friend?
He ain't
no. So
found
far,
shit.
it hasn't been that much longer. It's only been like 10 minutes since you guys left the tavern. So
Has anything
No.
happened in these 10 minutes?
He's
Just
10
ask
minutes.
every 10 minutes.
was there anything else I can do for you, gentlemen? Then.
I will.
No, that'll do it.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully we can help get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
If you need anything else from us, you know where to find us. We're always willing to help out around town. I know you have your 12, but there may be jobs that you want help with outside of the official means. So
Very good.
we are
And as
here.
I said, I mean, if we find some information out tomorrow that leads to some sort of a charges being formally filed against Tolmara, well, the process may take a little bit of time, but rest assured that you're welcome to stay at the 6 windows until, at the very least you've paid for a week, and we can certainly work something out where you can stay longer than that if necessary.
All right.
Well, thank you.
So, you guys exit the Tower of the Lord Protector. Other than that, right now, there's nothing really too noticeable. There's nobody out in front of the lion's share that you can see. You do spot some guy walking across this campground area over there, but otherwise there doesn't appear to be any villagers in sight. Kind of a thin fellow.
They said the 12 were going to talk to the brothers, correct? Or were we supposed to do that?
No, they would have alerted the brothers or sent word. Someone, one of the 12
Right.
anyway, would have gone and
Yeah.
notified them.
Yeah.
But they're out of town, so
All right.
it'll take them a while to get here.
I thought they were at the campground.
Oh, wait. Yes, they were staying temporarily at the camp. That's right.
Yeah,
they live
they're
out
at
of
a
town, but they
campground.
were actually staying temporarily in there. So,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I guess it would depend which campground they were in. Let's see. Because there's this and this. They're both
I thought it was this one.
the North Cavern North Caravan Campground. So, yes. Okay, so they would be staying there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we need to talk to them at this point, but I'm sure. I was just making sure they were informed. So what now?
Should we go to Douche Central and wreck some shit?
I think we should go to North Shield House and tell the lady about, or at
Yeah.
least talk to the lady about what happened,
Right.
because she was wrapped up in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okie doke.
I agree.
Okay. So you proceed to the North Shield House, which you've been to before. It was one of the first stops you made in town. Again, the
Yep.
proprietress is Urgala Meltmer. And she,
I'm gonna pop out of the game and come back in because the search is not working for me right now. I don't know what's going on. Is it
Yeah.
working for everybody else?
I
Or
don't
is it-
know. We're
is it
not searching
barbed?
for anything.
Yeah, you're the only one.
I can pull up Zone of Truth in
Yeah,
the
don't worry about it
5th
for
edition
now.
search field, so I can.
Okay.
It's working for me.
Yeah, it popped right up for me.
Huh.
Sorry. Yeah, why don't you? I would
Yeah,
log
you
out.
can
and log
just
in on that.
reboot
Well,
roll 20.
yeah. I'm gonna pop out of the game.
Yeah, well, you don't need to
come
quit
back
Skype.
in.
You can just,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Just roll 20.
Okay, so yeah, anyway, you get to the North Shield House. You're greeted by Urgala and her 3 mastiffs. She recognizes you from when you came by before and smiles and greets you and asks what she can do for you. She says she doesn't unfortunately have any openings yet, but another couple days perhaps
Yeah.
she will.
Ask if she has a place we can talk privately.
Oh, what was this about?
It's a secret. That's why it's got to be in
That's-
private.
Right. I mean, it's probably better to discuss privately.
Okay. Come back. She has like a back room behind her front desk area. She'll
Sure.
bring you back in there
Yeah.
and say what's going on.
Well, we after we couldn't get a room here, and a very limited selection in the town, we decided to unfortunately stay at the Six Windows because they had vacancies, and I can't remember her name.
Tomara.
Tamara or
Tamara, yeah.
Tomara?
So she went into town to get some stuff to make us dinner, and we kind of snooped around the place, and well, we found what's his name?
Mirek.
Murak.
Mirak. Oh yeah, that's right. And he had the black books. No, that's a different Mirak. But yes, we found his body there.
Make a perception check.
So
Okay. So as you're telling her this, you see her visibly tense up when you bring up Mirek. When you say that you found his body,
Yep.
her whole demeanor changes and she kind of slumps, like she just got confirmation of something that she had been dreading for a long time.
right.
So that's what you pick up from her body language.
And yeah, so we knew you were embroiled in the whole story, her story, and we don't know the whole deal yet, but she's been taken to the tower and she's being held currently, but we just thought it would be best to let you know. And that's why I wanted to do it privately and not in front of all your customers.
You can see that she's just kind of grieving and she's trying not to bite at you because she recognizes what you just did for her. But at the same time, she has the expression of someone who has been persecuted and ridiculed and accused of being an adulteress for
Right.
a long time and possibly even spiriting
Worse.
Mira, exactly. So she gets kind of control of herself and she quietly says, "Thank you for telling me this and being honest. I obviously had nothing to do with him disappearing, and I didn't believe the rumors, but there were no other women but me. But he was madly in love with me. If you ask
And
me, I think his
we're
wife
not-
found out, and well, I shouldn't accuse anyone of something I can't prove, but
That's
Right. And, like, we're new in town. We have no judgment on you or whatever, but, we heard.
Well, she was a few lights short of a candelabra.
Right.
she obviously had issues
So-
or has issues.
But, so, we just thought we'd let you know, and that's that. So we're sorry, and God damn it,
Baldry's spellcasting in the
never
background.
easy.
I hate this interface.
Well, she thanks you again for telling her in person and in private, and she says, "Yeah,
And,
there's nothing I can do really beyond what I've just told you. Once it was over, we were only involved for a
Yeah.
while."
And the other thing, we have rooms there for a week, so I know I made a reservation here for 2 days, in 2 days. So If you can push that out another couple days, that would be great. But we'd probably like to stay at your establishment once you have that.
She
that
actually
opening.
chuckles a little bit
so.
and says, "Yes, that should be no problem at all. I will extend your reservation out to that point in time so that a room will be here for you, or 2 rooms if you need them."
All right. Thank you. That's it. Anyone else?
Paul, you stay there. It's now probably getting close to 3:30, and so far you've seen nothing.
I'm gonna wait till the end of the day.
Does the party want to do anything else before then?
Let's go try to find him. See if we can find him.
Who? Groot?
No. Yeah. I mean, he's concealed. We should
know
be
where he
able to
is.
find him.
If the party doesn't want to do anything else, we'll just fast forward to then.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Yeah.
So you guys just
That'll work.
hang around town carousing or whatever. Don't do anything productive until the end of the day. Yeah, you don't see any suspicious activity. He does not leave his residence, and at the end of the day, he looks like he just closes up shop and goes into his residence.
Okay.
Well, that was useful.
Assuming you meet back with the party at a predetermined location and time.
Sure.
Go back to the talking troll and have dinner.
Up to you guys.
We could, or we could go back to the pleasing platter.
Hmm.
Yeah. And let's act totally distinguished this time.
Well, we did put on airs last time.
Eh,
So you guys go then there for supper. Are you going to be doing anything else for the rest of the day?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. Then yeah, you go and eat at the pleasing platter, and you nothing else much happens there. I don't know which way you guys want to go. You're just kind of spinning your wheels at the moment.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of waiting for tomorrow so that we can get the
Right.
spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, we can pick up early. It's 9:00. We can do
Yeah.
the morning scenario if you want, where you guys can rest up. If you, Valdry, if you want to prepare Zone of Truth, you can do that.
yeah.
So you guys meet Darathra at the tower at what you said, 10:30 or whatever.
10. Yep. 10:30. Something like
She
that.
takes you down to the holding cell where Tolmara is being held. She is kind of wide-eyed, but I mean, it's not like she's like pulling her hair out, but she looks pretty much the same as when you were staying there, actually.
Yeah.
And she sees you and she recognizes you and doesn't do much of anything other than to like look at you and like hold the bars of the cell.
Who? So I suppose he has to do the.
Yeah, and I
What's
can't get it. I can't get it into my spell list.
Oh,
but
that's
it's
all
a-
right. Paul
it's a
had it.
It's a charisma saving throw. Yeah, how do you get it into your spell list, for God's
You
sakes?
drag it. You drag it over.
You have your
into
character sheet open
sheet.
in the same window.
You can't have your spell sheet.
It can't be. Yeah.
Well,
It can't
Okay.
be open in a separate window.
all right. So, okay. I've got, so, okay, character sheet is in the main window. Go to the spell list
Yep.
and just drag it over.
Yep.
Is,
Yep.
is it in the zone of truth in a pop-up, or where am I dragging it from?
You do the search, and
Yep.
then
You
you
search.
just select it over there and drag it over. It works for me.
And
All right.
pop it onto your spells area.
You just select
Okay.
the title of the spell and drag it over to your character sheet.
Nope, there. Oh, okay. That's easy enough.
There you go.
Does that work?
User error. I'm fine. Yikes.
Thank you for calling me. IT help desk.
Yeah. Hello, IT. Have you tried turning
Yeah,
it off
turn
and
the
on
campaign
again?
off and on again. There you go. So,
There.
what is your
Yay! And there's
so you're
going
gonna
to
cast
rejoicing
it on her? I'm assuming.
centered
Okay,
on her.
pretty much the
Yep.
whole party will be in a 15-foot radius sphere.
Oh, I'm going to ask him questions. No.
So does
What is your
anyone
favorite
want to
color?
resist this zone of truth? If so, you will need to save versus Voldry's
Oh.
DC.
I do.
Okay.
Why not?
It's a die roll. What the hell?
Oh, it's,
Obviously, I'm
my
resisting.
DC is 14.
It's been light.
No,
on
I don't
time
want to resist.
today.
I don't care.
did resist. I failed at resisting.
You will answer my questions. Groot says, "Fuck you."
Okay, so she's
I'm not
got
even
a
going to try.
charisma. Yeah, she's a commoner, so that's +0. She rolled a natural 1, so yes, she definitely is under the effect. She knows she's under the effect, but you know that as well.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't know that I resisted.
Well,
think I'm
actually,
telling the
Valdry
truth.
would know. but
Yes.
How
The
would he- why would
spellcaster
he
knows
know?
whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw.
Damn it.
I give the stink eye to, to Groot.
Um,
Yeah.
so you've got
Oh, here, let me turn that
you've
up
got
for
10
ya.
minutes to ask her some questions.
All right.
All right.
Who's heading it?
Who wants to do I have to question,
You
or can
get to
anyone
que-
question?
well, actually, an affected creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
Okay, so
Oh,
anyone can.
anybody.
Yeah.
The
question.
creature can be
Reload.
evasive in his answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Mhm.
So, I think the first
Serendial,
thing.
you're good at this.
Yeah. Sorrendale. Go ahead.
Mr. Charisma.
I don't care about the charisma
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just
I mean-
somebody ask a question. Why
right.
why are we asking questions?
All right.
So, did you murder your husband?
Mirak.
Did you murder your husband?
It's possible that
She's thinking.
he was murdered. It's possible that he wasn't.
I mean, she's nuts. Keep in mind, she's like,
I haven't seen him alive in 10 years.
your husband's body was found upstairs in your inn. How did it get there?
Okay. She just rolled another natural 1.
Jesus.
I thought it was just like a one-time thing.
No, this
No,
is a 10-minute
10 minutes.
duration.
But that's what I mean. Like you don't try to pass or fail
Right.
for each question.
Well, she
necessarily.
basically she cannot
No.
speak a deliberate lie, but she's also batshit insane, which includes psychological things that wouldn't necessarily mean a lie is a lie. Like, it's more of a delusion than a lie. She honestly believes
Sounds
that
like Trump.
at the moment, anyway, she honestly believes that he ran off with that hussy from the North Shield house. And she verbalizes it as such. And you, Valdry, can tell that she believes that to be the absolute truth.
But how did your husband's body get into the upstairs of your inn?
Why, my husband's not in the upstairs of the inn.
His body was.
What makes you say that?
All right.
We
Do you-
found it.
No, you didn't. That can't be him.
It was in the lock. It was in the locked room.
Oh. Do
It's in the
do
room.
you
The lock.
did you place a dead body in the attic of your inn?
I placed a sheet in my inn.
There was a sheet over him.
Did you see a dead body in the attic of your inn?
When?
10 years ago.
Anytime. Yeah, 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
anytime.
When was the last time you went into the attic in your inn?
I last went into the attic. Wait a sec. Last week.
When you went into the attic last week, did you see a dead body there?
I saw a sheet there.
Did you look under
No.
the sheet? Why
Who
not?
placed- Who placed the sheet there?
I can't remember who placed the sheet there.
When did
I
you
don't know if we're
stop?
gonna get much from her.
Yeah, I'm.
When did you stop cleaning?
She, in her mind, she probably thinks she cleans every day.
I didn't stop cleaning.
Mhm.
When did you stop caring?
10 years ago.
What did you cover with a sheet in the attic?
Jesus Christ. I didn't cover anything in the attic with a sheet.
Yeah.
Short-term memory loss too.
Bye.
If you're,
I am rolling a d20 on every single question of these. It's just,
Yep.
it's,
your husband's back in town. Do you want to talk to him?
is he here? Yes, I would love to
Yes.
talk to him. Where
He's-
is he? Bring him here, please.
He can't come in here. He can
What?
hear you though.
Where is he? Bring him to me. Bring him to me. And she starts wildly shaking. You can tell that she's now in super freak out mode. She's actually shaking the bars to the cell. Like she wants,
Wheel him in.
Wheel the body in.
Serious?
Jarethra looks at you very sharply
Uh.
and says, shakes her head no.
Somebody could pretend to be him.
So let me try this. I can communicate with Merak through my mind, and he can speak through me.
Make a persuasion. Actually, yeah, make a persuasion check. Wow. Okay. I gave. She rolled an 18 and a 20 at disadvantage.
Holy
She
shit!
says, "You're lying." Actually,
You can
well,
use your
does Zone of Truth exclude the spellcaster?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
I guess Voldry, you would need to make a saving throw against yourself to deliberately lie. I can't see anything in this spell disguise. That's any
can-
creature.
Groot.
You know I can lie.
Groot could
Yeah,
lie.
Groot could lie. Voldry would know he's lying, but he could lie. On a failed save,
Okay,
a
let-
creature can't speak a deliberate lie within the radius. Create a magical zone.
So what's
It's a 15-foot radius
that?
centered
Is
on a
that-
point with until the spell ends. A creature that
I
enters
mean-
the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts his or her turn must make a charisma saving throw. So yeah,
Is he within the
you
radius?
are a creature in the radius. So yes, you would have needed to
Alright.
make a save against your own spell.
Does he have to be in the radius? Why?
so it's DC 14. I rolled 14.
You
You made it.
then.
Okay, so you could tell a
Yeah.
lie. So that going forward. Okay.
So I say to her, why can't I not remember her name?
Tolmara.
Tamara? Tomorrow?
Tolmara.
Tamara, why don't you believe me?
Believe you about what?
This is your this is This is Mirak. Why wouldn't you believe that I'm speaking to you through this person? I tell you, I am him.
Well, you already did your persuasion check, so
This
Yeah.
is me. This is me. Trust
Yeah.
me. This is
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, but if he used it, did you use your inspiration? He had a 24.
I did not use my inspiration.
Well, you should have.
if you want to use your inspiration, I will allow that. In which case,
Sure.
yes, you would have made the opposed check. So her eyes kind of fixate on you, and she says, Mirak, is it really you? You're speaking through him. How are you doing this? Are you under a witch's spell?
Not a witch's spell. He is helping me to speak through him so that I can talk to you, even though I cannot physically be here.
But where are you? You've been gone for so long. Oh, Skype's crapping out on me. Okay. All right. So we're back.
While you were gone, she admitted it.
Sure. Yeah.
She confessed to everything.
So anyway, yes, she wants to know where you are, and she's been.
Well, I said, why did you not believe me? Why did you think that I would run off with that other woman when you were my only true love?
Yeah. She says, but no, you wanted her. It was obvious you wanted her over me.
No, you were the love of my life, and then why did you harm me the way you did?
What did I harm you with?
You killed me.
Okay. And go ahead
That sounds
and
like
let's see.
persuasion.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. With the 24 on your persuasion check, I will say that you actually break through her insanity. And you see her face immediately fill up with grief and regret. And she says, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't bear you being with her. I killed you. And she breaks down and basically confesses. So, yeah.
And we kill him.
Oh, God.
No.
Man, you guys have.
No, I'm
Wait,
kidding.
wait,
I'm
wait,
kidding.
wait,
Relax.
Before we kill her, let's get the priest so we can ask her questions.
Get the priest as well. Okay. No,
Well, yeah, so I turned to Dalmara. Dalmara? Is that it?
it's in the chat. It's Tolmara.
Yeah, you're struggling here.
The leader of the
Pack?
Tower of the Lord Protector, not Tolmara.
The leader of the pack.
The
Yes.
Lady Darathra.
Yes. I look at her. I said, "Do you have what you
Yes. We are
All
on
right,
legal
I-
ground here. Charges will be now formally filed, and yes, the legal proceedings can take over from here.
need?" All right.
Really,
am-
she's insane
Wait,
though. So
Now that she's of sound mind, can I have her sign over that property to us?
sign this, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be signing anything in the immediate future.
So I end
Okay.
the spell.
So now you can lie again.
Uh,
So yeah. So anyway, the legal process will probably take some time, and I don't know if you guys want to get into any of that, because I'd have to do a whole bunch of research and figure out how the legal framework of Tribor might
No.
work.
Eh, no,
we
I
did.
don't
we
care.
did what
Yeah,
we
I-
set up.
ironically, I've got lots of details about that for Waterdeep, but this is not Waterdeep, obviously. I would assume that some sort of a judge, or a jury of peers would be set up in the town of some sort, but how much that would apply in a kind of a frontier town, I'm not sure. The lady
Right.
Dorathra would probably serve on it at some point. But basically, there's a lot of legalese, especially surrounding ownership of the 6 windows and the properties and everything like that, that you
Right.
can basically assume that it's not going to be yours in the near future, but you can stay there. You can basically squat there without being challenged or kicked out.
It's free, so why would you do that?
The only reason would be because
Let's
it's
stay in
free.
a nice place with a nice lake.
It's
We can
free.
renovate it.
If you want to
Yeah.
spend,
We can put
I
some
want to go.
hey,
kill
you guys got 40
giants.
gold apiece
Yeah, I
that you
know,
can
I
use to
hear you.
renovate this place.
Yeah, I want to kill giants too, but I also want to find out who robbed that.
right.
I want to run an inn.
Isn't this D in D? No.
I heard that this town needs bards
Do you-
and entertainment.
Apparently,
so,
it needs a church.
Air D&D.
yeah, we can start an
Oh
Airbnb.
my.
Start a church.
Yeah, well, you guys got a lot of opportunities available for you. But I think this is a good spot to end for tonight. But basically, rough plans for next time. You guys have made some progress on your investigation, but right now,
Yep.
you haven't visited every single place in town.
Right. Yep.
Otherwise, you also still have no lead on the whereabouts of Zindra Winterbow, other than that she headed out of town.
Right.
Actually, I'm sorry, it wasn't north. She went west, is what Dorathra says, towards the woods to the west. The multicolored
So,
woods.
So, rough plan for next time. We're going to start an inn with a entertainment facility, and I believe
I
we'll.
want to go west.
yeah, let's take that guy's
Oh.
idea.
Okay, well, so Paul's gonna go off on his own while we start a inn, and
No, I seriously need to know what you guys want to do,
Right,
because
right.
if it's stuff that I need to look up, I don't want to bog down the session. If you're looking to do extended
I would
like
to go and
towns
look
living
for
stuff, I
Zindra.
would need to know that, because then it's no longer an adventure game. It's basically a town sim type thing.
Yeah, I want to go look for Zindra with Groot.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
See, make sure she's
Okay,
okay.
so you're going to go off to the west and generally explore. Are you going to investigate any leads ahead of time before then, or are you just going to head out?
We'll ask as much as we can around town about Zindria, where she went, and that's.
She had any info, yeah.
But I don't want to waste 3 days
Right.
trying to get all this information just to. Yeah, I don't know.
who's gonna stay in town and try to search for the robber?
Nobody.
I think Kyle is volunteering. That's what I hear right there.
Whoever can.
We're all gonna go find Zindra, and then we'll come back and deal with the robber.
I mean, I don't care about finding Syndra. She knows where, like, we know where she lives. She'll come
You
back.
don't know where she lives.
Well,
Maybe
maybe
she has
she
no
won't.
permanent
Maybe
residence
she's
in town.
in distress.
Aren't we supposed to like warn somebody that a bunch of giants are
Right.
coming
We
to
did
kick
that.
Yeah,
our
well, you
ass?
did tell
Yeah.
Dorathra, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've done our job. I think we just leave.
Go back to Waterdeep.
Yeah, we're good.
Shouldn't we prevent the giants from going to kick their ass?
Well, again, this is what I need to know.
That's not-
Are you going to look for Zindra? Are you going to try to?
So the only clues that we have for story hooks we have right now are Zindra, building an inn, and hanging out and building, get some amps and get a band together and
Well,
bring up 6
also,
windows.
there's a robbery that if we solve,
Right.
we get a free magic item.
Oh.
And the brothers promised you
I
a
obviously-
magic item too, which
And the brothers promised us a
Right.
magical bow. So, can we get our 2 magical items before
Right.
we go?
Because
Whatever. Sure.
Okay.
I just
yeah,
whatever.
let's wrap
Let's
that
wrap
up.
This
those
is-
2 up, and she makes.
see
it back
this is
during
what's
that time.
challenging about a
Okay.
sandbox campaign. It's very open ended. It's driven
Right.
by you guys, so you guys decide what you want to do. You just have to let me know enough ahead of time that I can actually prepare stuff for you that you want to do along those
Right.
lines.
We should try to wrap those up because she may come back while we're doing that. Anyway.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm convinced. You
Natural
rolled a
20.
20.
Hey, and he didn't even need his inspiration.
So,
We also
so stay in town, research the robbery, hook up with the brothers, and let them know result.
We're also going to publish The Hitchhiker's Guide to Faerun.
You've got 2 chapters, no, 3 with Golden Fields.
And the
Yeah,
title on the book says "Panic Not."
Right.
The problem is I don't have a towel.
You need a
I
towel.
We all need
Everybody needs a
towels.
towel.
We all need towels.
Otherwise
And an
we-
analgesic. Need a towel and an analgesic.
otherwise
Yep.
Oh
we
yes,
poop.
and Douglas Adams is a great
I-
place to
I
sign
have-
off on. So
All right.
Cool.
All right.
See ya.
I have a
Thanks,
week of
boys.
vacation next week, so I'll go through the archives and update the summaries.
okay,
and
yeah, I'll leave
whatnot.
all the entries in chat too. So if you want to
Sure.
copy those over, so everything should hopefully be up to date.
Yep.
Cool.